All right, everybody. Welcome to your Friday night.
What?
Yeah.
No way. We're back.
We're back. John wussed out. Josh sneaks alive in while I'm taking a nap. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell, man? What the hell?
No helmet head tonight?
I got up and washed my hair to make sure it would look right.
No, I was talking about a helmet boy.
Who was Helmet Boy?
John, your picture. Show your picture. That's probably one of your best works yet.
I didn't do it. Kent did it.
Oh, Kent did it? Well, props to you, Kent.
Of course Ken did it.
In case y'all were missing John.
That's better than the Harlan picture.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Mike, what's up? Andy, you're actually here. What's up, dude?
Wow.
Hello, Glenn.
People found us over here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Over on the reviews channel?
Phoebe's got to go because Franklin barked. Franklin never barks.
Whoa. That's something happened then.
We got 17 people in here.
I don't know. He's in there with Johnny. Franklin never leaves.
Oh, the hand.
Hey.
Franklin loves him from Johnny.
Hey, Jake. Hey, Dave.
What's up,
Hey,
man?
Scott.
You're looking pretty handy today.
Thank you. I'm as good once as I ever was, and pretty as ever.
Yeah, so I should be out partying or doing something fun, but it's our 33rd anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
How do we celebrate? She got an MRI of her elbow.
And I heard it was not a good one either.
Oh, my God.
Is it worse?
MRI suck.
Not good.
Yeah, no, it's just what the position you got to get to get that elbow X-ray. She said they made me lay on the table like Superman. I'm like, and she kept saying that. I'm like, you don't really know what Superman that hoe really is, do you?
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Then so she got more dollars for next Friday, so I will not be doing. I'll do one day of the 127. I don't know how many people are doing the 127 next week. I'm gonna do Thursday.
I'll be at ASD.
The lower end. From I'll start gas at about 7 a.m. next Friday or next Thursday, and probably make it north of Chattanooga. Probably. That's what I did a few years back. I really want to go to the other end. I want to do Ohio, but she could technically move the doctor's appointments around, but these are doctor's appointments she has every month, same week every month, and she doesn't want to have to move them, so I'm not going to make her. What are you doing?
No.
He's doing his greasy palms.
Palms are red. I was like looking at them.
I thought you were showing greasy palms. I was like, what have you been doing?
Just the main response.
I thought it was going to be like some kind of confession.
Right?
just palms.
Oh, you Todd Palmer?
Nah.
So did anybody ever look into especially if you're of the age of most of the people on the panel, except for Jacob. Jacob doesn't know anything. Why you believe what you believe about food, and how bad is the world that the government of the United States would take a payoff and a bribe and deliberately hurt its people. The government of the United States own experts when they presented the food pyramid to them knew that it was going to cause obesity and diabetes on an uncontrolled scale. And look where we are. The stuff that they put in food today, there's lots of things. Phoebe, you left, damn it.
Just stay out of the middle of the store. You'll be all right. Stay on the perimeter. You'll be good. No, not really.
Come on. All right, Phoebe. I'm not chasing you, messing with you. But he's right. Stay out of the middle of the food. The processed foods. What is that?
That's my best friend's house right this evening.
Oh,
They're on
no.
level 3 evacuation order.
What happened?
Forest fires. He lives in near Spokane.
I was going to say, that's some West Coast shit right there.
And he's deployed overseas currently. Has like 2 months left on a deployment of.
So he's not there and it's burning down? That sucks.
I won't say publicly where he is, but he's overseas on a short deployment.
But it's
I'll say a prayer for him.
Everything you could believe has been bought and sold and paid for. It is what is. You just wonder what's the truth. You know, they always say winners write history. This is not even winners. This is just the one who has the ones who have the most money write history. Just think about. Well, I couldn't be that way, Beard. We weren't taught that in school. Understand that schooling in the United States was hijacked in the early 1900s by the Rockefellers to make more employees.
Factory workers.
Factory workers is what they wanted. You ever wonder why they don't teach you anything about life skills, being independent, supporting yourself? They want you dependent. They need factory workers. They need slaves for the most part.
Slave to the grind.
Come in at 8 o'clock, sit down till you're told, then you get a break, and we dismiss you when you're done.
Do you not think about the lie? Middle age. Everybody celebrates middle age at my age. There's only one way in your early to mid 50s, you're middle age. You have to live to 110.
Oh, right.
You youngins like Jacob.
Tread carefully there, Scott.
Jacob has no hair. Middle age. All Jacob's hair made it to middle age. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Adam.
Boom.
But think about think about the bill of goods you're sold. You know, work hard 40, 50 years. And don't worry, when you retire, you're going to have time to see the world, live it up, relax, take it easy, and do whatever. Do you understand when they're now pushing for social? God forbid we talk about Social Security and that monstrosity. One of the biggest financial scam of our lifetime, Social Security.
Yep.
At the point of a gun, they take 14% of wages.
God damn.
Oh, but Beard, it's only 7.3%. Your employer matches.
You know, it wouldn't be so bad if there was fucking transparency, and there's just not. You know?
And they take this money and do whatever they want to, and they promise you. Just think about this. You make it. Let's say you make it to 70, and you die at 71. You collect Social Security for exactly 1 year. For paying into a system for your entire life, you get the benefit. It is the At some point, we've got to do something about it. At some point, we've got to be unchained from this. I mean, just think about the tax rate you live at. I would estimate that you pay 65-70% of your money in taxes. Oh, Beard, it's not that bad.
It's 80%. We did a study on that in my college courses. One of the courses is 70 to 80%, depending on if you have a 2-person household, it's closer to 80%.
Think about everything. I mean, everybody just assumes it's just income tax. Well, the top income tax rate, Beard's only 38% or whatever the fuck it is. That's to the federal government. State, local, every fee you pay, it's a tax, folks.
Don't forget double taxing.
Oh,
Taxing you on shit you already paid tax on. The fuck?
Property taxes, sales tax,
Vehicle tax.
Oh, Beard, I don't have a house. They don't get me. I don't have a house, Beard. They don't get me. I rent. Every ounce of gasoline you pay.
Yeah.
Look at the tax rate on every ounce of gas. State of Alabama, some of the lowest tax rate in the country, 4th highest liquor taxes.
Well, it's kind of like your utilities. Look at what the actual breakdown in like fees and delivery and taxes is for all the different people you got to pay off just to get the shit. You know, how many taxes did you pay in the process just to get your electricity or your gas? You know, it's fucking insane.
And everything they touch, flip it good. You're 100% right. And food is crap. It's on purpose. They are putting all this. Okay, I mean, and just think about what they do on purpose. What's one of the big villains right now? It's been a villain for the last 30 years. Cholesterol. Cholesterol is going to kill you. Cholesterol clogs your arteries. Cholesterol. Folks, if you don't have I was watching a study of a doctor. Was it last night? He was talking about cholesterol. If your cholesterol number, he's anything less than 222. And that's the number that's been there for years. He said, you're at some point cancer is growing in your body. And we are on this battle. How do they keep you sick? Not only are all the nutrients taken out of food and all the minerals taken out of everything you eat. Heaven forbid you're one of the lucky ones who is actually eating halfway decent. They are using the medical system to go after you with vaccine. You think there's any causation with vaccines and the crazy? Okay, so Jacob probably didn't know anybody because he didn't go to public school. When I was in public school, did we worry about my peanut butter jelly sandwich? Was my peanut butter sandwich going to kill anybody? Not a soul. There was no such thing as nut allergies and
yeah.
None of this ever happened. Growing up in school in the 70s and 80s, never ever heard of this. Never. Not just once in a while, maybe somebody here or there. Never.
It's rare.
Yeah, Mike Seller said I paid him 45 plus years, had a stroke 5 years ago, ended up having to get a lawyer involved to get back a little of the money. And Mike's, I would wish I would tell you that Mike's case is, so extraordinarily weird or rare. They don't treat that as your money.
Right.
Social Security is a slush fund that they use on whatever. Money's not there. It's never going to be there.
But guess
Jacob,
what?
You don't have a chance in hell of withdrawing any money. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, but guess what? Here's an example of how to have $1 million when you turn 50. Of course, your parents have to start this, but
yeah,
$5,000 initial investment and $20 a month after that.
Yeah.
Assuming a 10% average return.
Yeah, I forget. I saw some studies about if the money you were if they did take the money from you and just put it into a regular mutual fund or whatever,
S&P 500,
the amount of money that each individual would have would be staggering.
double at least, minimum.
But if they took your Social Security money and stuck it in there, the amount of money you have would be staggering.
Yep.
They don't. Nothing is done for your good. Nothing.
No, come on.
They took 3/4 of my Social Security away because I make too much money.
So you did not choose to wait till 72 to start the payout, I guess.
No, but that shouldn't matter. I paid it in. I should
Right.
be able to draw it out.
I agree. Oh, I agree.
Mike, I don't think that would change. I think you're wrong there. But Congress is bought and paid for. Do you not remember a few years ago when AOC got to Congress and she bitched about not being able to afford an apartment because she was a bartender? Folks, look at her background. She answered an audition. She's an actress. She answered an audition to play the part of a congressperson. Let's see what it is now. She couldn't afford. How was she supposed to live in Washington, D.C. and represent her district? She didn't have enough to afford an apartment. AOC net worth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she definitely did not have. And she legitimately couldn't afford it.
2024.
Yeah, I agree with Ron.
They claimed Forbes has denied releasing the $29 million figure and no other imports. Her net worth is estimated at $15 million. But she's protected, though. Factcheck.org has reported that she only has $60,000 in the bank. That's horseshit.
$60,000 in the bank? Oh, okay.
She's worth millions. In less than 5 years, on a congressperson's salary, she's worth millions.
Yep, that's the fastest way to become a millionaire.
Yeah, join Congress.
Multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Yep.
But everything, and I wish I told you it was just the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of these same shenanigans are played all over the world. There's very few governments. And if there is a government that takes care of its people, guess what happens? We overthrow that government and put in people who will. You don't believe me? Look into Muammar Gaddafi. Look at Libya under the rule of Gaddafi and understand that he took the oil money and gave it back to every citizen. And the quality of life that was in Libya before the CIA and Hillary took that away. Because
they could not allow an example to exist.
An example of what would happen, because there's more wealth and more money to go around for everybody. They couldn't have that example. They could not have that example.
I mean, it's been a known fact and proven fact, and even an accepted fact that Africa in general has more natural resources than most other countries.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everywhere in all cases, but yeah.
Scott D, 100% right. That was his largest crime, was trying to drop the petrodollar. And guess what? The world has dropped the petrodollar.
Have you seen the reports that there's over 2,000 NYPDs that just got sworn in DC to do whatever they're doing over there with the?
I've seen. I send you the one of there's a supposedly all the U.S. Marshals have been pulled back into DC too.
Yep. And they're deputized. They're being deputized, or they did deputize them with the Marshal Service. 2,000 NYPD.
There were 4,000 marshals, and they brought a total of 6,000 in. So that means they had to swear in 2,000.
Yep, 2,000 individuals came from NYPD to be, and I actually watched one of the swearing ins. I just think it's just odd.
Very curious that all the. So Scott D, I think you're 100% correct. World War is escalating soon. What is the one surefire way to keep Trump out of office?
Stop the election with a war.
Stop the election with a war.
Yeah.
It's a scary thought, right?
Yeah. World War.
If Joe Biden is, just think about how dumb we are. If Joe Biden is too old, too decrepit, too dumb to be put on trial for his crimes, documents crimes, he's too old, too decrepit, too senile to run again, and has to step out of it. He can still run the country.
Yeah. And what about the Jill Biden was seen next to Joe Biden at the White House and also in Europe at the same time? Did you see that one? She was on a diplomatic mission to Europe.
Yeah, but
she was seen live.
So anybody else know? Have you seen the videos and shows about how tall Jill is compared to Joe? And Joe grew 6 inches. Joe grew 6 inches in his last the last time we saw him, and he looked completely different. He looked like I think his brother has been playing him. I truly think his brother looks way more like current Joe than Joe looks like Joe. There's a lot of people out there think that Joe died in 2019. His own granddaughter is that he died in 2019.
Yeah.
It is true. Look at it. She barely reaches his shoulders. And their latest, when he walks out of the White House, anybody else see the film? The first time we saw him, after everybody's like, "Where's he been for the last week?" He walks across the tarmac or whatever it is, and they ask him. One of the reporters yells at him about stepping down and not running for ending his campaign, and he looks at him like that's the first time he'd ever heard that. If they'd have said, "Hey, Jim Carrey," a lot of people believe that Jim Carrey is actually playing the president. Oh. Very similar face structure,
except the ears.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be more chin.
Do some reading in the mass technology and what the CIA has been able to do for years.
Well, I mean, just in movies. I mean, just Hollywood has done that for 30 years.
I mean, has everybody not seen the one where he scratches his neck and his whole neck?
Yeah, and it moves. Yeah.
Next thing they want you to believe is that was not a dingling you saw dangling around on the Ellen Show.
What?
No way.
That was not Big Mike just swinging around freely.
Just dangling. Ding dong.
Yeah, it's the times we live in. The one thing, it's easy to pull the wool over when there's nobody knows, but the invent of social media, which it's a great control mechanism, but it's also they lose control with it, because why do you think they hate TikTok so much?
Yep.
Yeah.
Instant broadcast, and you can't possibly police it all fast enough to not let it get out.
Correct.
Yep. You would have to have
never in before in history have we been able to exchange information so fast.
Right.
Well, at least not on this timeline. Has anybody else seen a lot of that lately too? Hear a lot of that through social media thing that when Trump went in the Matrix and moved his head, that was us jumping timelines. This timeline Trump lives. Was I the only one who thought when Richard Simmons died a couple weeks ago, I'm like, didn't he die already?
I know, right?
Bob Newhart, didn't he die already?
God.
And I know as sure my memory as sure as I stand here, Richard Simmons used to wear headbands. Can't find a picture in this timeline with him on a
Yeah, I know that one's got me tripping too. I'm pretty sure he used to wear a headband. Maybe that was a different time though.
I remember the shorty shorts and the headbands.
Different dimension. Oh,
I'm crazy, but not that crazy.
not that crazy, I think, right?
Because it's very convenient. So what also happened last week that they think could be causing timeline jumps? Anybody know what happened last week besides Trump getting shot at?
Last week?
There's one thing that they're claiming that causes us ripples in time. And one man-made thing that they fired back up again last week. Anybody know?
Oh, CERN?
Did CERN start up again?
Fucking Dave. God.
Imagine that. The fucking pothead knows. It's unfucking
They cranked up CERN again last week.
Yeah, stir some shit up. But he's not acting right. Just fucking fire this thing up.
Pothead Dave. Pan. Dang.
Yep. The fucking stoner. No way.
Because last time they did that, some of these things happened. What was some? You want to know a way to have some weird dreams? So I was sitting in the living room. I fell asleep for like 45 minutes after we ate dinner. I almost missed even doing the show. I was so late sending out the link. Watch a video on Nostradamus and Revelations and the end of the world, and then take a nap in the middle of it.
Take a nap.
I'm like, what part of this did I dream? What part of this was actually on that video? I'm going to go back and watch it again.
I want to get back to this. I'm trying to get back to this.
So Scott D said he missed all the fun of the rally. Wife got tickets, but they stayed at home because of the heat. Amazon Sunlight now, what's up?
What's up?
I mean, everything's changing. You know, just think about how Jenna, how's Joni? She's fine. She had an MRI today. They made her play on the table like a pretzel. Wasn't very happy about that. She's whiny today. I don't know why.
Super pretzel?
Johnny's normally whiny, don't get me wrong, but she's like super duper whiny today.
No wonder. That would make sense.
What does that say?
So there's the ear.
Oh yeah, the ear.
It says to pay attention to
the ear.
Pay attention to the ear, and also the teeth.
Look at the ear.
In his latest televised speech, did you notice how bad his teeth were so completely different?
Yeah, look how this is called an attached ear.
I hope so.
And did I just okay?
Yeah, so
Ladies, there's the detached, partially detached.
She's had all kinds of MRIs through the years. She's like this one just hurt her back the way they made her lay on the table or whatever to get to her the backside of her elbow. Hope and pray you never have to have your breast MRI'd.
Any MRI sucks.
She said that one was the absolute worst. If any of you ladies had to have that done, she's like, they basically put your breast in a vice and move them around. She's like, that was the damn. Talk about breast. Jacob disappeared.
Right, he just bounced. Later, I'm out.
Jenna says she's gonna come here and throw some. Dave, explain to her. I'm at this end of the house. She's at that end of the house.
Yeah.
She would have to scooter all the way in here. You forget she can't put any weight on that ankle.
Yeah, that's a lot of maneuvering.
She is not riding the knee scooter all the way in here just to yell at me.
No. No.
Yeah, because the turn here and the turn out of our bedroom are too much. Not an admission. If she didn't hit me after I messed with her today. So we come out of the garage. So she decided she wanted to scoot out of the house. So basically, she sat down on the floor and scooted down the steps in the garage, and then I helped her get up, and she got in a wheelchair, and I pushed her into the van. But when I opened the door to go out of the garage, I kind of let go. And I'm like, I asked her, I'm like, where are you going? Slow down. And I'm right behind her, but she couldn't tell it, and she thought I had let her go down the driveway. She's about to go in the woods. Oh yeah, they are flipping good. They are actually right now. They are scrubbing. They are currently trying to convince you that she was not the border czar. The media called her that she was the border czar. Folks, don't kid yourself. She's not going to be the nominee. You want to see how crooked they are? They're carrying on. They're trying to convince you how popular she is, and that she whenever Joe stepped down the next day, she raised more money than any politician ever has in history. The small donors are what's driving this campaign. Act Blue, they took the money, ran it through Act Blue to say, look, this is Kamala. That's the Democratic arm of raising money. It's called Act Blue. Look into Act Blue. There are retirees on Social Security that have donated 17,000 times in the last 3 or 4 months. There are people who are donating because you can only donate so much, so they don't keep track of the totals. For some reason, one of these AGs in these 50 states has got to come after this shit. There's people that are donating every second. Retirees on a fixed budget, but yet they can donate $170,000, $180,000 to Kamala. They must be out their damn mind. Yeah, so I did
Okay, Dave.
Jenna, the only problem is you look at this so short-sighted. What is she gonna do? She's stuck for 11 more weeks. If she gets even, it'll be after the 11 weeks. Because if that's the case, she can't take a shower without me helping her into the shower. It'll be she's not going to risk not taking a shower for the next 11 weeks. There you go. The best thing of the week was on Fox News. One of the guests on Fox News saying that Kamala was the original Hawk Tuah girl. That was the greatest. She's the original Hawk Tuah girl. Look into her past. She was a Montel Williams groupie, for God's sakes.
She spit on that thing.
and then she married this dude with an instant family, with a step family to make it all seem normal. It is insane. The absolute crazy shit that we live in right now is just mind-boggling. God, I hope they put Trump in the White House and he honors his word by saying he's going to let everything loose. All the information.
Let it go. Let it go.
Y'all understand the reason why they won't release the JFK files and all the stuff on the JFK assassination. Oh, everybody's dead and gone by that. the Bush family would be destroyed. The Bush family, and if you look at lineages and stuff, a lot of the presidents and stuff have all been related. They all run within a lot of cross relations to the same family.
It's just lurking now.
Yeah. Jacob, I'm so sorry to have scared you by saying the word breast.
I know. Breastises and boom, he's out.
Breastises, and he just
Bounce.
ran away.
That's it. Amish code. We're exit stage left. Ta-da!
Yeah, and yeah, you folks that's an Amazon, but you folks that do bundles in Amazon, y'all better watch out.
Wow.
They're seriously considering, from what Ed Rosenberg says, the suits at Amazon deleting all bundles on the whole time.
They're already doing it, so they're already removing a lot of stuff from.
But I mean, completely removing bundles, completely. Every single one of them.
Well, they're just not. I think what they're doing is they're starting with removing them from parent-child, where they don't belong. You know what I mean? Like, there's a parent-child was designed to be this, and this. It wasn't designed to have a 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack fucking. So they're removing a lot of those. And like, there's a couple of them I've been on listings like that. The listing went to its own listing, and let me tell you, it's quiet. If I don't go spend some money on it, it's probably not going to do anything.
Because there's a little rule on there that
you'll kill it. I think they're just going to make you fucking pay.
That many people don't know about. Amazon has a lot of pricing rules that most people don't talk about. You know, one of the ones that used to be in your contract you signed up for with them, your terms of service, whereas you could not sell the item on another platform cheaper than Amazon. That used to be in there until the government were lawsuits and stuff, and they finally took it out instead of going to court.
They'll try anything.
Go watch Tucker Carlson when he's interviewing the Amazon seller. You'll see how this. But the other thing, one of the other pricing rules is too, which gets violated all the time, is a 2-pack. The price of a 2-pack can never exceed the price of 2 singles. There has to be built. It has to be a value. You can't go. One is $10, 2 is $25. That is considered tricking the customer, because remember, we're idiots. Don't think just because we sell on Amazon or eBay or Live that we're not as dumb as the rest of them. There's plenty of stuff in our lives that we're idiots. So, but that is one of the rules, that the multi listings can never be. And so if it's 3, it couldn't be more than 30. So there's a lot of. The Amazon catalog is awful. Go type in one thing and it's supposed to be one of them. You get like 10 or something.
So what happens when you play? That's why, pay enough, be first up on anything.
Yeah, look into the Amazon's practice. You want to see some conspiracy? Look into some of Amazon's practices.
They're dirty. They're dirty dogs. I tell you. Caught him on a bunch of shit, but what are you going to do,
Everybody looks at goes, oh my God, Jeff Bezos is such a genius. He just built Amazon up and he designed all this stuff. And folks, the U.S. taxpayer paid for Amazon to be built. The FBA network was built by the taxpayer. Look into what happened and how these warehouses and all this infrastructure was supposed to be. Really it was supposed to be multi-company, multi-channel fulfillment. It was supposed to be available to everyone and all these different companies. And once it was built, Amazon's like, yeah, right. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Look into the way things are done. Everything is not. You cannot believe a thing you're told. Nothing.
No.
And the way AI is now, and so much is so fake. How do you know any? Because you can watch videos until you start creating videos and start messing with AI and understanding. Just with a simple. This is the insanity part. I'm in my driveway. I'm listed on eBay today. I'm in my driveway. Where's the picture? Did I do it? It's on the other. Sorry, it's on the other phone. Let's go back. I'm in my driveway.
No cough.
Jenna, you missing? You missing, Jenna?
Hi, buddy.
Playing golf on and watching baseball. The hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. Okay, so
Oh my God.
so the reason why I started using this, so that's the picture in my driveway, right?
Yeah.
I know I need to pressure wash. Don't say it. I know I need to fucking pressure wash.
Yeah, you're way behind, dude.
I know I'm way behind. That's the original picture. That's the eBay picture. Cooking turkey on the beach right there in front of the shoreline. With the
Cooking turkey on the beach.
There it is again. I completely remove it so you can't tell that I took it.
Asshole beard.
I think you're better off using like stuff, backgrounds around the house. You know what I mean? Make it look like you're doing that for your house.
Yeah, I do a lot of them on tables and stuff, and
like make it somebody else's nice pressure washed driveway, not yours.
Right, that's another one. That was in my light box in there. Look out. That's how good AI is. Just look at the nice studio I put. I had to build a little prop up.
Okay, see, that's better.
And then that Nicorette, I'm like, stop smoking. Stop smoking, like putting it right there.
Man, this guy gets around.
Oh, look, I had some shoe polish. Just put. It looks like it's right there in the shoe store. Look at that.
The beach seats.
This is the best one. Can't you lose on this? So I bought on clearance. I bought some KY duration.
Here we go.
Duration.
And Johnny's like, stick it in a hotel room.
KY, you know, it's what you need.
The hotel bed, the hotel room.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, look at that. Nothing says foot paint. Look, I told you, it looks like I'm.
Here you go. Show them the one you did with the tampons.
Oh my god, that's some of my best work.
Those made me laugh. Don't ask me why. This is just funny to me.
That's some of my best work. It's been a while on that one. Hold on, I gotta
go. Coming at you from the mind of the beard. Straight to you, direct.
How far back is this shit?
Yeah, those were a while ago, but they were fucking. That was when you first started doing it.
But it's AI. How do you believe anything you see?
Right? Whole world's different now. What's real? What's not? What's really going on? Who knows?
Oh, this is one of the best ones. And it sold him really crap. I made him in the middle of a town like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
You should have the Stay Puft behind it, like coming after it. That's good stuff.
Look at the Care Bear. Isn't that nice?
See, look at it. Go wrong. That's definitely out in the country somewhere.
I can't. Where is that picture?
Yeah, they were like, I don't know, they were like tampons from like Wyoming or something.
I know. I put them out in a nice meadow field or whatever the fuck I did to them.
Yeah. It was the Wyoming version. Kotex.
I guess I need. Let me look in the actual picture room app. Maybe it'll be faster that way. Now I can't fuck it with me. Amateur. I'm doing stuff today, and Kent's sending me pictures of me doing shit. I'm like, what the I put the dogs on the beach.
Look at that. Oh, that's good stuff right there.
But and so you can't any picture. You want to know how AI has affected you? You've all heard it this week. When Joe Biden, that's an AI voice of Joe Biden congratulating Kamala and coming and saying, "Okay, do you promise?" All right, Jacob. Before I hit the button, let you, but you promise not to be scared of boobs anymore.
Yeah, come on. Oh, now. Boobies.
That was an AI voice. Congratulating Kamala and showing her all that shit. That was an AI voice. I'm scared to even look at the ones Kent sent me. But it's
absolutely nothing you see is real, and only a little bit of what you hear might be real.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one Kent sent me today.
All with illusion.
Like that's what you really got to do. Should you be working yet? Shit.
Yeah, shouldn't you be getting something done?
So I can't find the. Maybe it's on this one.
Mm-mm.
There they are. Nothing says your relief of your pads like a nice sunset out there. And just in case you needed something else, a nice spring meadow with butterflies.
Yeah, like you see the butterflies. Tampons.
But it's you can't believe a thing that you see from Mask, and look at where I want to know how many times has Joe actually been in the real Oval Office. They've got a TV set where they film and can control all that. There was one of them that I was watching somebody saying that one of the ones that Joe was complete AI, even with Joe, because they couldn't control the background. The background, you got to always pay attention to the background because in the same scene behind Joe, the left side trees were moving, and the right side they were still. They didn't get the background exactly right, so you had some image where one side of the trees had wind, and the tree right beside it. I mean, unless there was some kind of divine intervention that said was, part of the Red Sea, they part of the trees and the wind. So it does make listening more fun. I don't know how tall. Which Biden are we talking about? I don't know how tall Biden is. All I know is that little evil bitch Jill only comes up to like right here, or right as his chin, somewhere in his right. And the other day she was like here. It was a good 6 inches shorter.
Ranking.
That was the same time. That was the same one where she was in London. She was in Europe and America at the same time.
Oh, it was jet lag.
Jet lag.
Jet lag. Jet lag. It'll shrink you.
Well, it's the same thing. It goes the other way too. Don't think the Republicans get off on this because I'm beginning to really not, as much as I hate to tell you, not trust Trump very much either. Go Google how tall JD Vance is.
Yep.
Somebody tell me how tall is JD Vance?
It's like 5'7", 5'8".
JD Vance is 5'7". Trump is 6'2". Look at that. There's not one picture. Every picture of them two at the Republican convention and everywhere they've been together, JD Vance is taller or the same height as Trump. One of them is not who they are. Because I mean, I could understand putting lifts in your shoes, but that's too much. You're almost walking on stilts.
That's more than Florida governor DeSantis.
You know what his real problem is? If he had any kind of personality whatsoever, he would be running for president right now. DeSantis has,
Right.
he was like born without a personality. Siri, how tall is JD Vance?
JD Vance is 5 feet 7 inches.
You got my Siri over here tripping. She's like, "What was that?"
I know. I asked mine, and the other phone answers.
She popped up on this one and listened,
Yeah.
and then went away. It was like she wasn't sure though. She hung out for a bit.
So if he's 5'7", that's 7 inches. They don't. I don't think do they make lifts in shoes 7 inches? I don't know. Can you imagine how hard that would be to walk? And if you really want to go down a rabbit hole, understand. Look at JD. This is where I'm getting very disillusioned. Look at JD's background.
Harsh critic.
He was. He spent time, but not even that. He spent his company, which I don't even know what it did. If I need to look into that more for myself, but his company was backed. Venture capital was backed by Peter Thiel. I just read a book by Peter Thiel, and he's got pretty decent ideas. 0 to 1. He's the PayPal. He's one of the 2 PayPal guys. Elon Musk was the other one. If you look into his beliefs, he's scary radical. Scary. Look at do some research on what Peter Thiel believes and his politics and his views. And understand that JD Vance is he considers JD Vance, one of his proteges. And this guy would be that close to the White House. Scary. Jenna, it's really turned me off. I do not trust him. I do not like him. I'm telling you right now, I would have picked Byron. You want to have made a huge difference?
That South Dakota?
No. He's out of Ohio. No, where's Byron? Somebody tell before I can look it up. Byron Donalds. He's in the House.
He Kentucky?
He couldn't pick Byron Donalds because of Florida. Fuck. Why did I not know Byron Donalds? He was never a choice. Trump and Byron Donalds cannot get elected. Because remember the 12th Amendment. I mean, why does it even matter with the 12th? We don't follow any fucking rules anyway. Why would all of a sudden the 12th Amendment matter? But the 12th Amendment has a clause in it where if the president and the vice president are from the same state, you cannot get the electoral votes from that. So you can't win. You can't. That's why DeSantis was never a choice either, because you can't lose the 20. I think it's 28 or 30, whatever. That's a lot of electoral college votes. Yeah. Florida is the fifth.
Part of the checks and balances system.
Yeah. Well, it's like the idea that Kamala is an anchor baby.
So Florida is
U.S. citizens when she was born.
Florida is third. So that puts Florida 21 million estimated population. That puts Florida the third largest. So that means it's third or fourth largest in an electoral college vote. There was no. I like Kristi Noem. I would have been very happy with Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota. I think she's done very well leading South Dakota through turbulent times and has really reduced the reach of the government and didn't mask or lock down her citizens or vaccines or anything. She did really well through the. So Larry said he heard you can relate. So with Bush Jr., Bush Sr. had put Cheney and Rumsfeld around him because even his own daddy knew how stupid that Jr. is. Never forget, if you just look at him, Bush Jr. is an idiot. But Cheney, remember Cheney sold his house in Dallas and moved to Wyoming and registered to vote in Wyoming. That's how they got around that. Cheney Bush.
Yeah.
So Mike Seller says he's from South Dakota. There's more to her than meets the eye. Mike, would you trust her more than you trust JD Vance? That's my question. You have experience with Kristi Noem. Who do you trust more, Kristi Noem or JD Vance? Every politician is going to be bad,
Including Trump. There's none. There's no exceptions.
No, there is no exceptions. 100%. Kent. Mike Seller says he trusts JD Vance more. I'd be interested, Mike, for you to you. That's very interesting. You're one of the few people I know. Only a couple people that live in South Dakota. I need to ask Brenda Bodwin. It lives in South Dakota. Now Kent and Jenna are.
Jenna.
But you're drilling which politicians. Some politicians need to stay where they are because they're useful to. There's only a couple. There's only 2 or 3 that I trust. Rand Paul is one of them. Marjorie, I think you're 100% correct. JD Vance is a liability. Yeah, you're right, but Larry, people do change. They get worse. You know why they change? Why do politicians change? Because they figure something's not working and they need to change it to make themselves more popular, more electable, or they've been in the game long enough. They change because they get good at fucking us every chance they get. They figured out more ways to take more of the lube away from you and just dry hump you. He says she pulled a nasty on property lights. Interesting. All right, let's look into that. All right, I won't forget. Trump should fire him now. This is one of the few times I wanted to, you read so much of the Q and all the crazy, those folks. This is one of the few times I wanted them to be right. I wanted JFK Jr. to walk back into this timeline. And that would have been, see, I don't understand Trump said that his pick of vice president would shock the world. JD Vance is a big yawn. That ain't shocked nobody.
Right.
That's a big nothing burger. Summit carbon capture. All right. All right. Larry said he heard Trump.
What is that photo thing that you keep using? A photo room?
Photo room, yeah. Yeah, there were so many people, Janet, that thought that was the convention was. But there's definitely something going on in DC right now. A lot of fencing is back up. I mean, just look at how people are treated. The police bring in a lot of people on January 6th to walk around. They don't really tear up anything other than a door or a window or two. The police kill a protester. An unarmed protester is killed by the Capitol, executed by the Capitol Police. And now y'all realize there's one guy who's never been charged, who's been in solitaire for a majority of the last 3.5 years and never been charged. These crazy ass Palestinian Hamas folks have spray painted all. Are y'all seeing this on TV? They have beat up park police. They have spray painted a lot of our monuments. They have defaced the flag and burned the flag in DC, while everybody just stood around like this is a big nothing burger. As the Capitol is, they tried to get in the Capitol, but they didn't make it in the Capitol. As part of DC has been occupied by a bunch of fucking terrorists who are just scumbags that need to be ground up into the dirt where they belong. Why are we not taking this more serious? This is an occupying force from. They should have rolled the army in there and just ground these motherfuckers up in the dirt. They didn't destroy them; they just defaced them. I think they can be fixed, but the point is, they allowed that to happen, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's condemning it. It's just, oh well, it's just what happens. It's the same thing as several of the state capitals and legislatures have been overrun by these abortion people and all the rest of this stuff. Nothing's happened. According to the rules that we have set forth, those were insurrections. Why did we not treat them as insurrectionists? Why are they not on their way to Gitmo? Why are they not on their way to here's another one, folks. Look around at what FEMA and some of these other agencies have done. Do you guys realize there are quite a few concentration camps around the U.S.? Y'all realize that, right? They have built concentration camps around this country that have nobody in them right now. Who are they building them for? So Larry, if you want to go down to Tractor Supply and buy a flag and burn it, you should. I understand that's free speech. You should have that right, but you don't have the right to take a in-use flag on a monument. That's not your property. You're destroying property. You need to be. Kent, folks, if they're not ready for this, Kent, they are not. Damn it, Kent. Folks, you know what happens to a lot of the closed Walmarts, right?
The army moves in. The military moves in.
Look at what happens to a lot of closed Walmarts. Understand there's a huge connection between the military and Walmart and their ability to move stuff around. I've not looked enough into it yet, but maybe that's something to look into for next week.
Yeah, there are some Walmarts that were closed that were then taken over by the military, and they saw dump truck loads of dirt coming out of the building. Okay, where do you get that dirt from? Just saying.
All right, so I'll look at that this week. It's there. It is, but it is very strange. Just very curious. How much? Even if a tenth of something is true, there's been so much talk of underground bases and underground everything that's been built. Do we have the technology? Do you guys believe we have the technology to build underground cities right now? Look at the Denver airport, for example.
Who's we? Depends who you're calling we.
The United States government.
Yep. 100%.
John Thomas said by him, the military was given the jab. Folks, understand where we are right now. We are at the edge of World War III, and our military has been decimated. Whether you want to believe it or not, they were all, the vast majority of them have got the shot. Look at what it's done to our pilots and our flight readiness of a lot of our pilots.
Yep.
It's hard enough to keep the SR-71 as they have to adjust for the curvature of the Earth because it flies so fast.
I thought the Earth was flat.
He couldn't even say it with a straight face. Wow.
Whole underground world.
The upside, it's called the upside down if you watch Stranger Things. Probably more true than not.
So Larry, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that I don't agree with you that I don't like burning the flag. I think that's very disrespectful for what this. But yeah, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion. But what does the flag actually stand for? But currently, right now, I can tell you what it stands for right now. The flag currently has its foot on my throat. All I am is all I do is give them everything I make. 80% of everything I make. I never own anything. I'm indentured servant to that damn flag. You are not free. You live in the United States of America. You are not free. It's an illusion of freedom. And they have put that flag up there to give you feelings inside of whatever these feelings are. They don't mean nearly as much to me as what they used to. I understand in the name of liberty, in the name of justice, what this country has done to too many Americans. The corrupt justice system. I look around at what's happening right now to fellow patriots who are in Washington, D.C. and what's been done. I look at what this government has done. This corrupt government has fucked each and every one of us at every chance it gets. They killed 2,600 Americans on one day on 9/11 in order to surveil. They sacrificed, and you swelled up with pride, and everybody came together as we were going to go against a common enemy. It turns out we were that goddamn enemy. The CIA, an arm of the United States federal government, killed 2,600 and countless other thousands of people from the dust and the cancer and everything else that happened in New York City that day in order to create the surveillance state that we live in today. Even more tighter grip on controlling everything you do, everything you are. And now we're at the brink of going to World War III over Ukraine and Hamas and Iran, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
They are willing to kill our sons and daughters. Look at what they did in order to overthrow governments in the Middle East in the name of what? So burn the flag if you want to. It don't really mean much to me anymore. Like it should. Once you're awake, are you fully awake? Once you start becoming awake and start seeing things clearly, and understand that both sides are evil, the government, and then you understand the Declaration of Independence way more different. In what you know now and the way the government operates and the things operate, understand that the Boston Tea Party was done over 3% tax. The Boston Tea Party was done over 3% taxes. 3.
Yep.
And the 80% you look, what would they do under 80% taxation right now? They killed Aunt Hayes. She knew something. They killed her ass.
Who?
Anne Hayes. She was Ellen DeGeneres' girlfriend at one time. She was an actress. Supposedly went nuts and drove her car into a tree or something. They killed her ass. The idea, okay, so Larry, the idea of America does still remain the same to me. I'll give you that. But I'm so disillusioned with what has been done in her name. Read the Declaration of Independence and tell me what conclusion do you come to when you read the Declaration of Independence? It tells me that it's that we should be marching on DC right now. That's what it tells me. That we have a responsibility to overthrow this corrupt government. That's what it tells me. All this stupidity that all they got to do is go, it's a matter of national security. And they think that they don't have to tell you anything because they said it's a matter of national security. Yeah, little did you know, Jenna. Yeah, Hollywood. Just think about all the crazy deaths. Makes you wonder too about James Dean and some of these. They killed Marilyn Monroe for sleeping around with JFK and everybody she slept with. Don't you think she knew some shit? You have to question every single suicide.
Every time, follow the money.
Every single time. Look, there's several rock stars that were part of documentaries and stuff that supposedly committed suicide. You never get the truth. Go watch JFK to 9/11. The rich man's trick, and it starts to help you understand how the spider web and what you're dealing with, and how much control they have. They killed a police officer in Dallas, Texas, because he looked like JFK, but they shot him the wrong way, and they tried to do plastic surgery on this dude to pass as. Go look at the times back whenever Jacqueline said, that's not John. Go do a little bit of reading. You'll see that a lot of that documentary is 100% true. Oh, it's damn sure going. The damage that's been done in the last 3.5 years is staggering. Prices will never come back down, folks. The lie that they're telling you that the inflation is only 3% this year. The damage is. I mean, it just when they say that, I first thing I do is, did y'all change the definition of what inflation is again? Because y'all changed the definition of what y'all measure.
Here's what you have to watch when they talk about the rate of inflation or inflation. So when they say the rate of inflation came down 3%, all they mean is it went from a 55% inflation rate down to whatever that is, 52. If you're doing I guess if I'm doing math correctly, and again, I'm just making up numbers, but they will trick you every time. They will trick everybody by saying the rate of inflation versus inflation when they talk about lowering the rate of inflation.
I mean, they know that we are so dumb as a public. How many people stop and think that you look at the Teslas and these electric cars and they're fancy and they're little computers, and if you like them, fine. If you don't, fine. But they are wanting to get rid of the internal combustion engine because they can control how much power you use, and they can control you better with a electric car. Just think about this. As the summer goes through and you hear about all these brownouts from all over the country because the power grid can't service the power needs that we have right now with air conditioners and everything else, and understand what it would do to add the number of electric cars. We don't produce enough power to do everybody have an electric car.
No way. If air conditioning is crashing the grid, I can charge cars too.
No more police chases. I know. Take away my damn police chases.
You don't think they'll have EV cars? Come on.
I watched one last night. She was in a whatever the hell she was in. They pitted her out. She was going 112 when they put her into the wall, and
that'll leave a mark.
I'm scared. You're going to kill me. I'm running because I'm scared. So Kent, they're already working on that. There are, I think, did they pass the legislation? Somebody tell me, did they pass the legislation where they put a kill switch in your car? Something very similar to OnStar that can be turned off in case it's been stolen. I thought that they passed legislation in the name of security, in the name of safety.
It started to pass. I don't think it was. I don't think it's been signed into legislation, but it was going through the process.
And now it actually has to pass because the government can't just have one of their agencies do it because they lost Chevron. See, that's a lot of teeth of the government's been taken away. Chevron, in the last 60 years, Chevron deference has damn near killed, or 50 years, whatever, since 1984.
84, 40 years.
Yeah.
I said 60 years, but I'm like, wait a minute, I was alive then.
My birth caused it. There we go.
You're not as old as me yet, Beard. Come on.
Yeah.
I was born in 1984, for the record.
Mike, I'm assuming that you're saying there's no way. You said there is so way. I'm hoping that's a no way.
No way.
No way.
No way. No way. I don't believe it.
So here's another good example. Have you ever how they're forcing solar on us and that the alternative energies? You do realize that the EPA are one of those that regulates the making of solar panels. You ever wonder why this solar panels are like 28% is about the highest percentage that they'll convert sunlight into energy? Anybody ever think about that? Do you know the answer?
Two reasons. It's regulated to not be any better than that.
The government regulates it. It's a maximum amount of efficiency. The government is forcing something on you that is mediocre because they won't allow us to break the. Think about that. The billions of dollars that we're spending on this, and the government says, you know what? We don't want them to be too good.
And the other is the patent. The U.S. government holds the patent to any that are more efficient than that.
There you go.
There you go. You're welcome.
Fucking terrible.
Isn't the U.S. government like the third largest patent holder or something like that?
I think so.
They're the number one largest. They're the largest criminal organization for sure.
Well, yeah, but
just think about it. If you watch that video and understand 9/11, the JFK, understand that the government in the 50s and 60s learned from the mob, and there's a reason why they put the mob out of the business because they were competition.
Mm-hmm.
They learned from the mob and they set up the U.S. The U.S. government was taken over in the 50s and 60s and through the 70s, and it is a mob network.
They couldn't control the mob once the mob was big enough.
All right, Kent, we'll switch back. Damn it!
Oh. All right.
Is this what you wanted to see?
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
There's his classmates.
I did it.
My name is John. I play poker and golf. I like messing with John. If I didn't think so much of him, I wouldn't mess with him.
All right.
Just think about this. I know his lovely wife is here. All the people that most people know I don't have any association with, we don't ever say anything about them, do we? Y'all don't know guy code. Guys are just hateful assholes. It's guys, you know. What do guys do? Fuck with each other.
Yeah. What happens? I don't know.
Hell, you saw the craze.
The one that she got the. Oh, there's Skull. Is that the one she got the warning strike for?
Who knows?
Okay, I got one for you, Scott. Can you use photo and make?
The one with Joni is the best one ever. God, that's the best. Did I actually sell something? eBay has been so quiet. Did I sell something? It's probably more Pyrex. Damn it, Johnny, quit looking at Pyrex.
Go in the opposite direction.
Jenna, have you never seen those pictures, Jenna?
I'm not going
Oh
out.
my God, where have you been, Jenna?
Can you make an image? Let me send you this.
So there's the original picture, Jenna. She flipped me off in Walmart. So then I put her on a little sunset. Kent put her in Hello Summer. We put her in traffic.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I put her on a yellow brick road.
I like that one.
Don't miss the rainbow back there.
All right. Is that a full-on double rainbow?
Can't put her at a beach party.
Yeah.
Did we done any more? Joni thinks it's hilarious, by the way. Yeah, fine.
I sent you something on Messenger.
All right. But it is insane how evil. Just think about, really understand what the rest of the world. If you hear what other people say about the U.S., how oppressive this government is, they are bullies to everyone. And so Jenna, the original picture, she's riding around. I said something to her. She's riding around and shit, and she flipped me off, and I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, flip me off again. I need a picture. And I didn't realize that she was going to give me that crazy looking face too. That was the best.
She plays along.
We're getting ready to go because I had to help her get a shower today, and we're getting ready to go. And she looks at me, she goes, "I'm really tired of being Scooter Girl."
So
I said, you might have 11 weeks left. You're only 25% through. Then she got mad at me for reminding her that it could be 11 more weeks.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, it's no, Joni got banned from TikTok for talking about ketamine. And she only got suspended because they accused her of promoting drug use.
Ooh. Dirty.
God, Jenna, have you seen that one? Have you missed Joni and her on
Okay, what are we thinking about?
I don't know what you're thinking about. James, upload the video. This is Johnny making her own videos.
I love that one. So they pulled that?
No, they were mad at her comments. She said, me high on ketamine in the ER when they were trying to set my ankle after I crushed it. Oh my God. Because she said it was like being on Minecraft. They had to do it twice. And so she was fascinated. She'd never done ketamine before, but she's like,
Weird drug.
oh my, yeah. So it's a weird, it's really weird. And so yeah, she made some comment. She mentioned it in the comments, and they said she was promoting her drug use.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Joni on her own TikTok. Y'all can Joany. You can find her on. Nobody who spells her name like that. You can find her on TikTok.
It's like if you don't watch that and then understand why Scott and Joni are married, like there it is right there. Like
Today was bad. I'm like, we are. We're like 5 miles from here, and she's like, and there was a dead cat on the side of the road, and she's almost in tears. I'm like, it happens. She's like, I miss Franklin. I'm like, you just left him 5 minutes ago. I'm like, why are you so weepy? I don't know why I'm so weepy. She's like, I sure wish bitchy Jody would come back. I'm tired of this weepy bitch.
Wow.
It's hard to do anything with her mess because she's stuck in bed or on a couch. She can't go nowhere. Because it would be better if it was her left foot, but she broke her right foot and she's right-handed. So you have to think when you've lost your dominant foot. He thought about titties again.
Did you say it? Did you squeak a titty in there? I wasn't paying attention.
Todd's over there.
Oh, get Todd over there copping titties.
In the mess of Larry, what's up? Mr. Way out himself. Yeah, so it's one of those weird times that you feel very disillusioned about the freaking government. Patty, welcome. You hadn't missed much. We're just rambling and carrying on. Putting ourselves in a deep psychotic hole because of the evil that is the U.S. federal government. So everybody has homework. So next week we're going to look up.
Oh, no. Damn it.
Walmart and the military connection.
Why do you always give us homework?
The Olympics are evil. I hate the Olympics. I'll find it.
Snoop Dogg was carrying the torch. That seemed kind of appropriate.
Never mind. It wasn't Instagram. It was TikTok. I typed in Instagram. Nobody cares. How can they're going to be to death? Y'all do realize that white women are going to be the death of America. Joni _528. Shit. It's Joni _528. Oh, Titties is back. What's up, Titties?
Hey, what happened?
Let's see if I can get a link. Let's do the ketamine one. Can you share? Copy link. Just so everybody wants to see. Man, V. There you go.
The video's awesome.
Everybody can watch Ketamine Jody.
Yeah. Yay.
Somebody told her that she was a certified astronaut now. That's the best thing about a lot of these videos is the freaking oh Lord. So there you go. She needs to make she has her own sense of humor, but she thinks she's really funny. She thinks she's funnier than she is.
Right?
It's been forever. It's been Joni humor. She'll say something and she'll just bust out laughing and can't stop laughing. I'm like,
What happened?
really? All right.
Get some good ones every once in a while. I think Ketamine Johnny is definitely the
Larry looks just like you. Looks just like Larry. That's awesome. I've accepted the fact that Johnny and I are never going to be grandparents.
Ooh, good man. Got him like that. Was he walking by?
Nah, he said the door closed. He's been since Johnny's been out of commission. He has been real good. So he made cheesesteaks night for last. So you would think, what is there on the grill outside? They real steaks. They made cheesesteak, but the kicker is he made homemade sub rolls for them. they were freaking amazing. Jenna, you would be wrong because you just don't know how many Mondays and Fridays during dinner times I'll have you and John on the big screen, and that's why that every now and then I'll say something that'll be crazy because I'll comment voice on the phone, but I watch you on the TV. So she's watched enough of you and John on Mondays and Fridays before she injured herself. It's terrible. Jacob and Todd bring nothing to this show. What the hell?
Oh, they suck. Always muted and playing poker and messing with sticks, twiddling sticks, and evicting people.
All right, so Jacob's about to leave the chat again.
Whoa! Wow, nobody could know about that.
Oh goodness!
No way. You're done, dude.
So Patty Johnson said they set all the trains on fire.
You're off the team.
That was yesterday. About 17 hours.
Yesterday.
I
I don't listen to any news. I just heck yeah, photo room for the win. Photo room's amazing.
I wonder what Todd's doing.
None of your business.
I noticed you left it unmuted, so figure I mess with you.
He's probably right there doing helicopter to the whole audience.
Right?
Helicopter. Yeah, so I don't watch any. So so the elections. So a couple of years ago, I know y'all remember. I went off the deep end with in that politics and all that stuff. It'll take your soul. So I keep up with it from a distance, but there's nothing more frustrating in the world than consuming something that you have no control over whatsoever.
Right.
I can tell you how evil they are, and I still keep up with some of that. But
I think we should brush up on like aliens. More
I
interesting.
mean, it's just like this. If the CIA will take out John F. Kennedy, is it a stretch to think the Secret Service was the shooter in the upper window trying to take out Trump?
Could be. Two shooters.
A lot of people are starting to the audio stuff is starting to think that the kid today, the sacrificial lamb. I mean, just look at the similarities between how they did JFK and how they killed RFK. And they had a patsy, and the patsy was immediately killed.
They had 3 names, was identified by.
They had 3 names, and now this kid has 3 names as a patsy. I'm beginning to think I doubt he ever even pulled. I think they had double snipers on both sides. And I don't think the kid ever even pulled the trigger because there's video up close to him and some guys who know guns way better than I do. There's no recoil. There's no anything. There's no way you can shoot an AR-15 without any recoil whatsoever. And then my brother swears. So my brother is as bad as I am. Yeah, he was in the Army and he knows guns way better than I do. And he's like, if that really was a 223 round, it'd have taken Trump's ear off. There's no way it just grazes. Which I don't know anything. I don't know enough about that. I just think that there would have been. Here's the other side of it. I think there would have been more blood. The ear has the most veins, and if I'm shaving my head and I accidentally look at my ear, I cut it and it bleeds for the next hours. Everywhere. You're gonna tell me, oh, they'd make up some excuse, but the bullet was so hot and fast, they probably cauterized part of it. Oh, horse shit. So I don't. And how much of it is for show that if it only caught the top of your ear, why do you need something the size of your head up to cover it? That's a little theatrical to me. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't trust anybody or anything.
Easy enough to do when it was in a dog pile. Easy enough to put whatever.
Yeah. And what was up with the crazy woman?
To me, is the fact that they did not rush him into the armored car in 9 seconds, which is the requirement to have the ability to have him in an armored, protected vehicle in 9 seconds. And that didn't happen. It was up there for what, 35 seconds before he was in it?
Just because
what was up with overall his shoe was on the stage, and after she got finished hiding behind everybody. Did you see the one that?
Yeah, it literally, like, I've watched a lot of different Overwatch type people and security people. They said it absolutely does not matter. They'll hit you in your solar plex. They'll hit you anywhere they need to. They will make you go in that. If you're their asset, they will put you in there. It won't matter. It might be a few seconds longer than 9, but they will make you.
But speaking of Overwatch, that's so. If you guys aren't familiar with a lot of military terms, Overwatch is the sniper who guards from above, and so it was Chris. What's his name? The sniper who got killed. Somebody tell me in chat. He was very, very famous for in Baghdad, and the movie shows him having to struggle with killing the kid, which he did. Folks, those 2 snipers that were behind that you could see. Remember, there were 6 or 7 shots going off before they finally fired. That never happens. But somebody in the ear must have told them to stand down. They don't take those kind of orders. They have a full green light no matter what. Chris Kyle, there you go. Thanks, Innes. Oh, and welcome to the chat. First time we've seen you tonight.
She must have been lurking.
Oh, yeah.
Nissa, they were talking about you earlier because you're famous for dry cake.
No way.
No way.
Did it.
Oh.
Nice.
So there's everything about that suspicious. I mean, it's not just it's like you're watching theater and they're only showing you what you're supposed to. Just think about how many cameras were there and how little video evidence we've seen come out. And then why does CNN for the first time in how many years? 5, 6 years? Hear it live. Somebody wanted the world and the nation to see him die live on TV.
Live everywhere. Yeah. The other issue too is the photographer that supposedly caught the bullet. I guess it was on the exit side. There's only one reason you would have your camera settings set to that at that moment in time, and not the rest of the time he was taking photos. Only one reason. It had to be because of an explosive event, and I'll leave it at that. Is the only thing you would want to capture with those photo settings, camera settings, whatever you want to call it.
There's so much suspicious activity on both sides of that, and then
and the photographer was also the one that photographed Bush on 9/11 in the classroom. Same photographer.
The crowd doesn't move.
Yeah.
The woman behind Trump, I think she was an FBI assistant director or something.
Smiling,
and it looks like she's signaling with a card.
And then Fuska was there.
Fuska was there carrying
a yellow flag in his belt,
pocket.
and the green one in his hand behind the card. Yep.
There's just so much that's so off by all that.
Right? Doesn't make any sense.
Not to mention the kids walking around. I mean,
the shoes.
There's an unsecure building right in the target zone that's so close. If you guys saw the congressman, I think he was from Texas, says he went back home for the weekend.
Here he is.
Oh damn! That's the first sale I've had on eBay since like 10 o'clock this morning.
About time. What the hell? Jeez, you're slacking.
Let's anybody want to come in and be stupid? It's probably gonna be like some big girl. Oh no, y'all tell me it doesn't work.
It's a conspiracy. Anissa sold something.
What you eating, God?
Y'all think it doesn't work? I'm gonna show you what I sold. Are y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all ready.
What's for dinner, Todd?
I'm having that great all-American food.
Whoa, scoops.
Fritos.
Those come from the middle of the store. They're not good.
Nicorette from the top of the mountain. With
oh, it worked. You know what? It was the beach. The beach did it.
No, that's not the beach. That's the mountains. Come on now. Are you that high? Are you that high?
Well, a little bit, and you moved it fast. My defense.
But there's so the congressman, what he did was he's like, I went back to my ranch or whatever he is, and said, I've only fired my AR-15 once. He said that we measured off 160 yards, and he hit the target 15 out of 16 times. And he said, and I still would have killed Trump with number 16 that missed. Just think about that, how short and easy a shot was, and that area was left. Not only was it left unguarded by the Secret Service, they knew somebody was there and allowed them, if he did shoot, someone to be there with a rifle that could take out the former president. I mean, there's so much stupidity going around. I mean, and suspiciousness. To think that he walked around for 3 hours, flew a drone, had all this shit in his car. Here's a ladder. I'll just climb up to the roof. Here's a ladder.
There's evidence too of the of devices having been at his house and also at the FBI and Secret Service building in DC. So multiple different devices that people have tracked through FOIA requests and other things.
So Todd, Something you put in there that's awful. You want to see what has caused more harm in the last 40 years than hardly any substance? Vegetable oil.
Yeah.
All sorts of seed
What
oil.
are you scooping with
Seed
those
oil.
scoops? Are you just eating them without scooping?
It's interesting they call it vegetable oil, but really it's seed
Mhm.
oil.
Scoops.
It's to make you think it's healthy.
Yeah. The illusion.
Lure you right on in there.
Lighters are only in even numbers, Chris. Don't be messing with us. It's a 6
Dude, he
foot
said
or
he
8
did
foot.
say that last one.
Yeah, there's no 5 foot ladders. Damn it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's right. We went over this.
Yeah.
Okay, there are ladders of every 3, 5, 7.
Then the zip line thing. Water
Yeah,
tower.
that tower guy is definitely extra suspicious to me.
Next, Chris is gonna come up here and try to carol us that 3 inches is 3 inches.
I
Damn
know,
it.
right? We tried before.
But it's just there's just so much about that. It's just so, and every there's every time another they've shown the reason why I don't think he shot was as when they killed him, the gun's halfway across the roof. That it's the video and the scenes and the conversations from the videos of the Secret Service is just it's all just so suspicious.
Yeah. Even the pictures they show, the main pictures they show of him are taken from the yearbook, and then some
But
other
that's somebody else. That's not the same picture. If you look at him, his
Right.
ear moves. His ear moves.
Yeah, it's like the ear was like up way further up on the face.
They're like nobody says anything about Joe Biden's ears. We can get away with it. This one too.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same person. I think it's likely that it was that other guy that's
I almost think he was dead when they put him on the roof. He was just a.
Oh.
I've heard that theory float around too. That
but why would he move? He definitely clearly moved in some of the video. Something clearly moved anyway.
Maybe that strings.
Sure.
The marionette shooter.
Right? It's been done before. Could be. Roof was sloped and it was hot.
Yeah, well, wasn't nearly as sloped as the one the Secret Service snipers were actually on.
I know, right? What the hell?
Am I the only one that noticed that part?
And the shoes. Don't forget about the shoes.
you think those will move?
Oh. He got you again.
Can't make us another picture.
Jake's gone.
Yeah, keep them coming. We enjoy it.
I'm telling you, I want to go to Arkansas. I want to go show up Sunday morning and hear Elvis preach.
Oh, you should do it.
In this timeline, Elvis is still alive as a preacher.
Document it. And then try and sneak backstage.
I'll figure out a way. I'll stalk him until he drops a cup or whatever. We'll get DNA. We'll get DNA from trash. I've watched enough Dateline.
I'll stalk him until he admits it.
I've watched enough Dateline and murder mysteries and all that shit with Joni that I can collect some DNA. Let's go.
Let's go.
Extra slopey.
Yeah, no, that's extra slopey.
Extra slopey.
I think the roof wasn't as moist.
Yeah, if it was a little more moist.
It was more moist before.
Why is it doing that?
Where is the Clinton library?
Here we go.
Oh, the Nixon ones. Your Belinda.
Here's your roof, Tom.
Can't hear it. There you go. Hang on, Sleepy. Yeah, hang on, man.
But it's just,
Slopey.
So it was slightly angled.
but it's the problem is now is there's, I don't know how much of it's people being awake or the fact that it's too hard to memory hole stuff because nothing dies on the internet. You can try to scrub stuff off the internet, but everybody knows about the czar, the border czar, because the dumbass said they told her she hadn't been to the border. How can the border czar not gone to the border? And she looks at it and goes, "Well, I hadn't been to Europe either."
Yeah.
What does that matter? Oh hell! What am I doing tonight?
Slacking. Blowing it. What are you doing?
Yeah, probably Mr. Sadie. Yeah, it's probably 12-3.
Yeah, we forgot all about that. Yeah. Huh.
Hold up, you fucking up the rotation. Puff, puff,
Yeah. Yeah, you get killed with somebody else's shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Fuck up the rotation. What the hell?
Hey, we'll do this in honor of
Oh no, don't do it.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
There you go, Primo. You don't know this channel exists, but there you go.
You don't know this channel exists, but you do now. Take that. Those are fighting words right there. On.
How many is that? 3?
4, 5. Wasn't there like 7 or 8? Working on it. Put it out here. 7, 8, 9 shots. What you got?
Yeah, but it's because
Scoops.
that's so Mike, Crazy Card, you're 100% right. That's the scary part is we are so dumb as a society that half of the country believes that Trump's a racist and that all his policies were terrible. I mean, it's the old acronym. It's 100% true. You repeat a lie enough times, people will believe it to be the truth. That's why they say the same thing over and over and over, because there's a large population of people that will believe this stuff. There's a huge portion of the population that believes that the Democrats were for civil rights. The civil rights bill, the legislation that passed, the Democrats, not one single Democrat voted for it, folks. None. The Republican Party was started by a group of black men in Houston, Texas, I believe. Is that Krista Goose? Was it in Houston where the Republican Party was formed? I think. Lincoln was a Republican, first Republican president. Come on, folks. You ask them. I see these shows all the time, and the videos and clips where they're asking them, and they attribute the worst of everything to anything. But how many chances do Democrats get? How many states do they have to run to the ground? How many? Now we're gonna clean up the homeless. So Ron, it was Little Rock. Okay. It's now Nancy's nephew is going to clean up the homeless encampments, and because it is politically expedient. People, it's going to be held against him unless he does something about it. You're trying to type this damn link and give you a minute. Would you find an article about 5-foot ladders? Your keys to success: the odd linked ladder. There you go. Write your book. But it's. But the other side is just as bad. They think John F. Kennedy is still alive and he's coming to save the day. They thought Fuchsia was John F. Kennedy, and then then they realized that the height and everything didn't wear out. They go, well, maybe he's John Denver.
Yeah.
That map. Oh my God.
Slopey map.
Chris, take your ass out to the building and draw us another map. Come on. You actually think that on November 5th it's going to be settled? You think they'll be finished counting ballots? They're just going to be on the morning of November 6th. They're still going to be delivering ballots.
Yeah.
If it took 81 million this time, how many you think come out? Does anybody believe the only politician that's least popular than Joe was Kamala? For God's sakes, nobody believes
in the primary. Yeah, less votes in the primary. Right? Is that what you're saying?
The Democrats and how this is just part of the process. They have stuck someone in or trying to stick someone in. And I don't think she'll be the candidate. She's not received hardly a vote from you guys. She got what, 2 or 3% when she dropped out. I mean, she got stomped.
I made my brother a bet that Kamala would not be on the final ticket.
She's not. She can't. They're figuring out very quickly she can't win. They're not going to put her on there.
She can't win, and she's an anchor baby.
I don't think she's legally can be president if you push it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, anchor, yeah. Meaning her parents were not legal U.S. citizens at the time of her birth, even though I think she was born in the U.S., but she can be vice president.
She's not a naturalized citizen.
Natural born, yeah.
Natural born or naturalized. She doesn't qualify for either. But if you look that up, this has been settled. This has been this. They're trying to deflect everything from it. Both her parents were on academic or on scholarships or whatever they were.
Be their academic scholarship. Yeah.
And I think you have to be here 5 years. Neither one of them have been here 5 years.
Yeah,
it's the reason why.
It don't matter. They all cheat.
It's a lot of the same rules. So like, what's his name? On Todd's show, even though he was born here on a diplomatic visa, he's not a U.S. citizen. Felix, 24K.
I was born in Oklahoma. I don't know if I'm a U.S. citizen.
That's somewhere amongst us.
All right, it's showtime, folks.
This was the trying to type in.
You got your I don't see your paper.
Oh, you have to type in
it down. Look,
the StreamYard.
Damn it,
Chris.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
So have you had time to study your errors in your map, and so you can draw more to scale this time?
Yes. Yeah. I guarantee you November, it will be a different story. It will be to scale. None of my actual lines. It'll be perfect for November. I'm ready. Props are on order. Put it that way. Yeah. All right. So what I missed? I don't know. I came in late.
What did you miss? Not much.
Okay.
We've just been rambling on. We talked a lot about that same thing about the oddities now. The more and more stuff we've heard about the shooting doesn't make sense on either side.
So I did get to listen to testimony from FBI director
Anissa,
and
here's to answer your question, Anissa.
hold on.
Oh,
Who the baby? Who the baby? Where the baby?
So Larry's a great grandfather now.
Awesome.
Mr. Sadie, yep. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
that is crazy cool.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Awesome.
He said he's officially old, so there you go.
7 pounds, 2 ounces.
Nice.
That's healthy. That's healthy for
Yeah,
sure.
we're excited. Everybody's doing well. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the America I can believe in.
Awesome. Maverick. Yeah. Baby Maverick. I've heard that name a few times recently. Maverick.
Too many people watching Top Gun. Y'all need to stop.
But I think it's from the new Top Gun, the remake. Not from the old one. It's from the remake.
But even the testimony doesn't make sense other than she just sitting there acting like she.
Which one? I know. So I got to watch her, which she's gone now. The Secret Service
director,
and FBI.
See, I don't understand. So if you're a Q person, everything in Q, it's mentioned 2 or 3 times that Ray is okay, which is so weird because he has been against the right side the whole time through, which doesn't.
So he was appointed by Trump.
Correct.
Into his position.
He was. And
I don't know how he leans politically. I don't know, but I'm assuming if Trump appointed him, he was qualified for the job.
Well, Trump made a lot of mistakes in appointing people, so that doesn't mean anything.
But I can't. I didn't dig into that much. I can tell you that. I just listened to his testimony while I was in the truck for hours and hours. So, but he had a lot of information that Cheadle did not have. I can tell you that. I listened to all of it.
Marjorie says qualified until they got to him.
Well, I would hope that he had to probably put up with a lot of stuff in the last 4 years to keep his job. I would assume that. But I would guarantee
that's a lot of times what politicians are battling constantly, deciding what to put up with and retain power or influence or being able to do anything. They are constantly making, lesser of 2 bad choices. Constantly.
Calculated decisions.
Yep.
And yes, I guarantee. Well, that's with any high power or position job, you have to do that.
Yep.
But even more so when you have the political factor behind it, I would say so. In a normal corporation, it's money motivated. In a public servant arena, it's you got money and power.
Right, but then you have to balance both of those with longevity.
Right.
Well, look at the FBI directors, the last 2 or 3, and how crooked they've all been. You've got what's his name, who was an avowed communist, and you've got the other one who let Hillary off. He put intent into it when she was guilty, and she didn't intend to. That's not part of your responsibility to add qualification to a charge. And he was right in the middle of all the Russia mess.
Yes.
And the deputy director was what's his name, who that they had to chase out of there too for Russia.
Well, somebody had to roll for it. So I don't know if y'all covered this earlier or not. I didn't get to watch the beginning.
What? You didn't set your alarm clock and everything? What the
I
hell?
was in an auction. I got to work every now and then after my normal job. So did Biden grow 6 inches over the weekend or what?
Either that or they picked the wrong actress because she was in Russia. She was in Europe. She was in Europe and Washington D.C. at the same time.
I don't know if y'all covered it or not, but
he looks like the Thin Man. You notice that how he looks like he definitely grew because he's so
like he got thinner and taller.
Yeah.
Or the people around him got shorter and fatter in 1 week. I don't know. Does anybody have any answers on that one? I'm at a loss for it.
And after having COVID and not being anywhere for six or 7 days, he comes out, won't take a question, and looks like this is the first time anybody told him that he wasn't running anybody, and he hit the airplane steps like a champion. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Does anybody else find that crazy that he this is the first time in the last 3 years he's confidently gone up steps? That won't Biden.
So I know as a fact, as you get older, your spinal cord does compress. You do get shorter.
Easy, Chris. Easy.
This is just factual information. You do get shorter over time. But I don't think laying on your back for 1 week makes you get back taller. I don't think it works that way.
So you're saying Todd's only like 5 feet tall? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not a medical doctor, but I don't think it works that way.
Easy.
So next week,
Dave,
we're going to sign you up for midget wrestling next week, Todd.
What I do?
So
just
you need
don't
to
lay
look
down flat at all for a week.
You need to get you a mask and some paint some body paint so you can come up with your midget wrestling thing.
What did I miss?
El Mano, that's his name.
And the
Hermano.
Dave Hermano.
El Mano. That's the hand for people that don't know Spanish. The hand.
Mano a mano.
All right, so Dave, here's the question, real quick.
So Marjorie, here's the other. So Marjorie says doesn't want him to resign because that elevates Kamala and voters will see her. The other thing is if they do that, they're stuck with her, which I don't think there's no way she gets the votes. So,
What do you mean? You talking about the delegate votes?
no, I'm talking about the vote. If she is their ticket, I don't think she.
I think she's in. Hey, look, I already lost my ass on Biden, so I think she's in.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Oh yeah, somebody had to rub it in.
I bet, and twist, Nurple, and the whole nine.
We tried telling you last Friday night that money was gone.
We warned you.
It's gone now.
Light it on fire.
So what are the odds of her making a ticket now?
I really don't know. Trust me, I'm not betting on her.
I really think it's there's a reason why he's over there cleaning up homeless encampments and getting his house in order.
You talking about California now?
Yeah,
I read that today. Let's see.
How many billions? Okay, so here's the question for you: if he's going to clean up homeless encampments, how many billions of taxpayer dollars do you think he's going to want to build houses and shit for these homeless people?
I would love it if they decided to put him up in Trump Hotel in California.
Oh.
I think Gavin doesn't want this one, Flipping. I think he wants it.
He's forced into this one.
Folks, Trump is way more popular. If some of the polls that there were, even the crazy leftists were talking about that the Trump is more popular than ever. He is 5 points ahead of Kamala, where Biden was.
592% down. What?
What?
Dollars. No, that's dollars.
Dollars.
That's me. No, I was trying to show you the odds.
95%.
Kamala, 90,
I wasn't
95.
supposed to see the top part. All right, my bad.
Well, no, you can't. No, I showed it. It's just a big negative now. So Kamala, 95%.
So what are the odds? Do you get? Are there for the lower guys? Is it like real betting? Is there odds?
No, so Hillary's second place at 3%.
Hillary?
Hillary's at 3%. Big Mike's at 2%. Gavin Newsom is at 1%.
If you bet
And then
on
my
big-
man down there in the bottom, he's at 1% also.
if you
He's still
bet
on the board.
Big Mike and it came through, how many millions would you be worth?
Depends on what you would put in place.
Yeah.
So 95%, 3%, 2%, 1%, 1%. That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Marjorie, I think he could have really helped himself. He could have picked somebody else. Pick somebody.
Newsom is a what percent?
Say again?
Newsom is a what percent?
1% possibility.
One?
Yes, 1%.
Really?
No,
You can buy him for a penny. If he comes in, you're getting back $1 for every penny you put in.
Shoot, I might bet on
you're
that.
right. Cake is always better moist, I think. Not dry.
Yeah.
Moist.
All right, Vance? What's wrong with Vance? I watched this movie the other night. It was not a great movie. I can tell you that.
Have you not? He's associated with Peter Thiel. That's what's wrong with him.
Moist cake.
So he locks up. Okay, yeah. Let me go back. I'll look up the overall. I didn't look that one up. So he locks up Ohio.
Well, he already had Ohio. That wasn't even in doubt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He locks up Ohio for sure. Done deal. So
He probably helps it.
Look up. Hold on, real quick.
Michigan and Wisconsin.
Look up the last presidential candidate to lose Ohio that won the presidential election. Look that one up.
Lincoln?
I don't have to look it up. It's Joe Biden.
I mean, on paper. On paper.
Joe Biden lost Ohio and won the election.
Yeah. All right. So 55, 40,
Down?
48.
Oh, penny down. There we go.
That's win election overall. 55% Trump, 48% Kamala. So yes. What did Sadie have?
So you rolled yours
He had it
over.
59-40. So yeah, you're a little off, but it's close. 55, 48, which are probably be the votes.
So some of your money just sitting there, or do you roll it over somewhere else?
What?
Or no? Or is it all good? I don't know, whatever you started with.
No, I put it all on bottom. I let it ride.
Okay, yeah.
And now I'm down to pennies.
Okay. It's all just gone.
It's just true. I put in 600. Look, I'll show you.
Yeah, don't you have a good sound effect for this, Scott?
So I had 614 in there.
Well,
It's down to whatever. $12.
Ooh.
And I can't even sell it now. Look.
So you can't roll the $12 into Kamala?
Not available to sell. That's how far. When you get to 1 penny, you can't even sell it anymore. It's like worthless.
Ooh. Wonder how many people were in on this. This could have been.
Yeah. So Marjorie, I think you're right. I think if Trump, the key to Trump winning this is him staying calm. If he can continue this all the way through, and appear more presidential all the way through, he can raise hell all he wants to November 6th.
All right, VP pick. What's Mercedes got? Mercedes got Kelly. Yeah, I like Kelly. They got him at 37%. He's down.
Where's Cooper?
Cooper's at 16. He's up. Yes.
Yeah, Marjorie, 100% correct. He needs to stay on Paul. He needs to. I'm telling you, right? He can crush them if he keeps it. Stay away from abortion and keep everything, because that's where they're going to want to push him, and stay on the border. I mean, the border, and inflation. The border, and the economy.
Do I know the border? Yes. Texas. Hello.
Different.
I know the borders are also.
Have they changed y'all's language, the official language to Spanish yet?
Not yet.
More of a Tex-Mex thing. It's a little mixed.
The only problem is we require IDs to vote, so most people can't vote here.
Sue, nobody's got a 95% chance for a VP. The leading candidate right now, they think, is Mark Kelly at 37%.
Yes.
I'll throw you a new one out there, Scott. Why is a Republican governor of Texas shipping busloads of illegals
He just went down. He's at 36.
who could potentially vote in an election?
Hold on. All right, start. I missed it.
To other states?
Yep. Why? When it's closer to ship them back across the border?
Because I don't trust that governor. He is deep state. Your governor sucks, by the way, Chris. He does some good things here or there, just enough to keep people, but he's a deep state fucker with the rest of them.
Yep.
He's a lawyer or ex-lawyer, former lawyer, politician.
Yep.
That is crippled in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know that about him.
Right.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. And honestly, he's probably got the most votes for an actual handicapped person since FDR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue said that Jacob, you're wrong. Whatever that is.
So it's an old story from 2022. Which one?
Well, as long as they ship them to California and New York, we weren't going to win those anyway.
Yeah. Hey, what were you saying? I missed the whole damn thing. But you
I said I alluded to that illegals could vote. Now I didn't say whether it's federal elections or local elections and others, but there's some cases in some states in which they can vote, at least locally, and or at a state level. But again,
okay,
I'm not
so
because
I'm
is controlled
familiar
by
with every county's laws, but I can tell you Harris County, Montgomery County, which is Houston, right in Houston area, requires an ID to vote.
Oh yeah, Virginia does. The entire state of Virginia requires an ID.
And I don't understand how other states and counties do not follow suit, because not only do we require a
because
ID,
the Democratic control states want us to keep Democrats.
we require also a voter registration that you had to have put in place either years or months before the actual election.
Yeah, Virginia, I think is I think it's 45 days, 30 days, 45 days, somewhere around there that you have to be registered to vote. There's a certain cutoff date. And in Virginia, you have to show an ID of some sort. Now they do they don't necessarily require a photo ID. If you have a photo ID, it's the only thing that's required. But if you have an ID that doesn't have a photo, but you can have two secondary ones, they'll accept your voter registration card and something else that shows that you are that person.
So what do you have to do if you just throw it in the mailbox thing?
I don't know. I'm
Nobody
not sure.
knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
All right, so
I
real quick.
believe in Virginia. Only you had to have a hardship exception in order to get that ballot. And I'm not sure exactly on all of those things.
So here's a real quick story for voter fraud. If I haven't told it before and y'all don't remember it. So a good friend of mine is from Romania, right? So European, Slavic area. So when he was a kid, or I say kid, 18 to 22, living at home still with his father and parents, they would have their votes mailed to the house based on your registered address with the government.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what happened with everybody in the whole country. So his father would get, his mother's, himself as the father, and his other siblings' votes right in the mailbox. Hey, you're living in my house. I'm filling out your votes for you. You sign it or you move out.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Sure.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It's, hey, you either sign this, I'm voting the way I want to for you, or you're moving out.
Sure.
And that's a no-brainer. I mean, if you don't agree with it, you're not going to move out over that. You don't,
right.
You know what I mean? Just financially, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So that's just one instance that I know of. Of course, that's not here in the U.S., and it's not in any specific state here, but that's what happens. Things like that happen all the time here.
Yep.
So, yeah, Mr. Sadie likes it. Well, yeah, I mean, hey, it makes sense, but it's kind of voter fraud. But if they signed it, maybe under duress, hey, they signed it. That was their vote. So it's one of those things where if it's not in person, not if you're obviously showing an ID, no matter what, then things can happen. And people don't even think about things like that. They think about people stealing them from mailboxes or stealing them, period, or making fake ones or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something that's probably very common here in the U.S. and nobody even talks about it.
Well, that and one of the other common ways is they will have a bunch of mailboxes out in the middle of nowhere, and they all get delivered to these row of mailboxes. I mean, it's kind of like a phone army that you can set up in a house where you have 50 cell phones or 100 cell phones, all different phones, and they all do different things, and they all do this. Want to do, but they're all separate devices.
All right,
same kind of situation.
Scott,
Mailboxes.
I'm putting Scott in charge of this one.
Oh Lord!
Uh-oh.
You have to make sure Sheila Jackson Lee does not vote in this presidential race.
Your homework.
I want you in charge of that. If she votes, we got a problem.
She's probably gonna vote for herself.
Well, I guarantee that. But I'm saying in the election or the presidential election, I don't want her to vote.
The problem is if you watch people like Louder with Crowder, they actually went to Arizona, boots on the ground, and tracked down some of these addresses, and they were fields, they didn't exist, and there'd be hundreds of people with the same address. You can't tell me
ballots delivered. Yeah.
the problem is we have so much technology now. It's not used in the because the government is truly against us. It's whoever has controls the levers of power, controls the voting system, then the voting, and they're allowed to change every 2 to 4 years, whenever it should be for the good of the good of the. You know what the good of the people for? Just go to work so we can take your fucking money and take everything you own. That's the good of the people.
No, just this much of it, not all of it.
If they had their way, you wouldn't get a dime. They would dole out money to you for what they thought you were worth.
Mhm.
Yep.
And you'd get issued 2 pair of underwear every 2 years, and you would get your stipend for food every month. Yeah,
I don't wear underwear. Can I get something else?
you own enough underwear for the whole country, by the way.
But so you can't tell me that we don't have. We have the technology to take one of my pictures and make a background on it. We have the technology to do all this crazy shit, but we can't filter out. Oh, wait a minute. We've got 100 registered voters at one address.
And how many of them are dead or deceased?
And how many? I mean, and I don't get the fact that, to tie the birth and death records with the voting system would be a no-brainer. If a death certificate, a death certificate should automatically remove you from a voter. This is simple shit. It's recorded in a computer.
A death certificate automatically on-enrolls you from the Section 8 program, where the Section 8 voucher program. So that's to them the next day. Why can't that same type of system be for other things? I mean, the Social Security Administration will have that information to housing and urban development.
Yeah, Patty. So I mentioned Act Blue earlier. Act Blue is that's another one. How can someone make 17,000 donations to the Democratic Party in 1 month? 17,000.
Right.
There's one lady who's retired, and in her name, she's supposedly donated 17,000 times in the last month.
Was it $1 each?
No, it was up to the limit.
To the max? Wow. No,
I didn't know that. No, it's not. It's never to the max. It's like there'll be 200, there'll be 500, there'll be 600. So it won't be to 3,000. So it'll be 200, 600, 400. But when you add it up, it's thousands and thousands of dollars.
I mean, yeah. If that's real, she can donate whatever she wants to.
They proved Act Blue was a scam, but yet they're still doing it. How have we not? So O'Keefe, James O'Keefe has already showed you, and so is what's his name? I watch a lot. They've sent people out. Act Blue is a scam. It's easy to figure out. None of this stuff is hard, but we continually allow it to happen. That's why, because we don't care enough. We don't have the balls enough. We just like to be fucked over and over with no lube.
House oversight. Where's that House Oversight Committee at?
The politicians are a fucking joke. They're not going to police them themselves.
No.
They told you Johnson was not deep state and he was going to do their things, this and that. That was a lie. There's only they only let Mike Johnson be there because they knew they could control him. They probably already got videos of him having sex with some kid in a coffin somewhere.
That's pretty deep right there.
So
if they don't have it,
in case you didn't know, that is one of the rituals going into Skull and Bones from what people say, and that's how they hold that over for the rest of your life. That's why they're so loyal to each other.
They're all blackmailed.
Blackmailed with stuff so awful that you could.
That's what I mean.
Because it used to be gay sex. That was the thing, because it was such a taboo to be gay. But now, what difference does that make in this day and age? It's in vogue to say that you are a bi or whatever.
Not for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's put out a poll. Let's see how many people think that Chris was bi. Okay.
Are you talking about Pelosi's husband?
No, you.
You think he was being robbed, or was that a call guy? Come on now.
That was just a normal Friday night, I believe.
But there's a lot of people that think that what did JD Vance
Until the cop showed up.
JD Vance's they did something with blood. They think that it was related to adrenochrome of some sort.
Who did what? What
JD Vance, his company
is related to who?
Was adrenochrome. Marjorie, tell me I'm not crazy. I read that somewhere.
Adrenochrome.
JD Vance company.
Drummer said the rent boy gone wrong. Yeah, I think it was just a normal Friday night for that guy. Until the cop showed up. Then it became public. But now she claims it's domestic terrorism.
It's a domestic terrorism just having to listen to her dumb ass. Can she? I mean, can she just go ahead and die? I mean, I'm not generally that cold hearted, but some of these people are so old. Can they just go ahead and? I'm just asking, could the Grim Reaper just speed up the process?
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
hey.
El Mano's talking to you over there.
You're nowhere close to her age, El Mano.
Yeah.
All right. So, but think about this one, Scott. She's that old and has this much of a progressive schedule or mind or
How's her liver still functioning? How's her liver still functioning?
I know, but think about replacing her with someone younger. How much worse is it going to be? If they're younger and have less of an, I mean, obviously you would think the longer you've been around, the less progressive you would be in California. But if you're younger and replacing her in her district, to me, it would be a worse thing.
More worse, yeah.
I mean, you're just thinking out loud here. She's got to be pushing 70, right?
Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's in her 80s. She's
80. Well, there you go. 80. Okay. 80 years old. So, okay, replace her with somebody that's 35. See what happens in her district. That grew up. What you got? What number? 84. There you go.
84.
Wow.
Replace with somebody that's 35 or 45 that's not 84, and then see what happens. See what mindset they have that grew up in that same district.
Yeah.
Just thinking. Just you know what though? If she does pass away, they'll probably just run her man in her spot. Her husband. Or roommate, or whatever you want to call her.
Is she a great grandma? No, she's terrible. She's terrible at everything.
Great.
2 to 42. Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be an overhaul. We're getting very.
I can't vote in California. I keep saying Colorado. I cannot vote in California. So
we're getting very close to a constitutional convention. I think we've got 34 states need 37ish. Need some people to take some of these, get the governments of these last few states that are close, because there needs to be constitutional minimum on term limits.
But you realize if you open up the can of worms of a constitutional,
oh yeah, they can take a side.
Do anything they want. They can do anything.
But then when they do anything, it still takes our vote. They can't just it doesn't just go.
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't ever see term limits coming in place. More restrictive than they are now. I don't ever see that happening.
Just, I mean, we're coming to a point where the government is so oppressive. It's got to be overhauled. There's no way around it. It is so bloated and heavy. Being the largest employer, they got to go. You can't afford the retirement. I mean, just think about this. If my postal lady decided tomorrow that she didn't want to stop at my house for the rest of her life, they wouldn't do a goddamn thing to her.
No, it would take maybe 12 or 13 strikes for her to get out.
She could not stop at my house for the rest of her until she retires in 20 years, and they would not fire her.
Speaking of,
they would tell you that you do not. There's nothing in there that says that you get daily service. Look at all these resellers. Look at these resellers, and they'll tell you, "Oh, but the post office, the carrier says his car's too small, or he don't want to pick them up, he don't want to deal with them," and they don't do a damn thing to these motherfuckers. Hey, Dave, stop me when I'm wrong, Dave.
Yeah.
Stop me when I'm wrong.
No, you're not far off.
No. So when I've got a light day, 4 or 5 items that I can fit in my oversized mailbox, I'll throw it in there in the morning on my way out to work. So what was it? 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? About 4 weeks ago. They missed a Monday pickup. And when I went Tuesday morning, same thing. It was another light day, 4 or 5 items. I put them in there again. So they're stacked now in the mailbox. So Tuesday afternoon, when I get home, check the mailbox for the mail when I coming into the house. Still in there. So Wednesday morning, I took all the packages, went straight to the post office, said, "Hey, who the hell, where's this postmaster at? I need to talk to him or her or it or whatever it is." Well, that pissed him off, the guy I talked to at the window. "Well, no, I can help you." I said, "No, you cannot help me. I need to talk to someone that does not answer the window when I knock on it." "Okay, please wait." I said, "Okay." Which I knew it was going to be wait. So I went outside 10 minutes, come back in. There's still nobody there. About another 10 minutes, they opened the door again. "Okay, can I help you? I'm the shift supervisor," or whatever. I said, "Okay, are you in charge of these routes of the, or, shift route or whatever they call them? I don't know what the terms are. The people that run around and do everything, right? Drivers, whatever. Are you in charge of these people? Do you know their routes?" He said, "Yeah, yes." I said, "Okay, here's my address." I said, "Go find the one that runs my route." So I gave him my address. He went and found her. It was female. He brought her over. She was still in there sorting mail in the back. She said, how can we help you?" I said, "Look, 2 days in a row, packages in the mailbox, not picked up." I said, "Why is that?" And the day before, the Tuesday, there was new mail letters sat on top of the packages. I left that little part out. I said, "So you opened it, you seen all the packages, and put the mail on top of them." I said, "Why is that?" "Oh, I didn't know they were supposed to go out." I said, "Oh, you didn't see the flag up?"
Oh, I was just going to ask, did you have a flag up?
So I'm
not joking. It could be something that stupid.
No, and I guarantee it.
No shit.
I will agree with that. But my flag's a little different because I've got a huge brick mailbox. I don't have a flag on the side. I've got a flag on the front of the mailbox that opens like this. So it slaps you in the face if you open it down. I mean, you can't miss it.
Right.
And I said, "Yes, when the flag is this way, that means it's up. When it's flat, that means it's no mail." "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, how long have you been running this out?" Oh, well, I've just been assigned this one last week. I said, okay, well, can we train you on flags that are in the front versus the side? No,
Oh my god!
I've got it now. I said, okay.
They actually did train her.
I'm sure. I hope so.
No joke. I mean, they're training.
No, I mean, it's a legal
pretty
flag for a
efficient.
post office. I mean, a postal box. I mean, it's legal. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, okay, just don't. Whatever you do, pick it up every day. I don't care if the flag's out, up, down, broken off, whatever. Pick it up every day if there's anything in there. Don't put new mail on top of packages that you didn't put in there in the first place. Strike 2. Yeah, she's only got 14 more strikes. So
That's for Eric.
she'll be fine.
Well, the problem is she's a CCA, which means ends up with your regular, and you're going to keep getting different people. Unless she was just covering for your regular that day.
No, it's 2 days in a row.
Like right now, I don't have a regular. I got 3 different carriers that come to my house, but for the most part, the 3 of them now all know what's up and they're cool.
Well, good.
Every once in a while, I get a stray dog, and it's anybody's game. I never know what's going to happen.
Drummer? No, it wasn't drummer. But
it's sad that it's like that over.
Yeah.
I mean, the mismanagement, the abuse that we put up with for these idiots.
Brand new mail. Let me put it on top of your packages that are in the mailbox and not pick them up.
It's a time thing too. They push them to do more than they can do at some tasks. You know what I mean? They really force it, and they will straight up tell you, like, don't fix when you misdeliver. Like, don't go back. Even though they'll train you to, but when you go out in the field and you start doing it, nah, don't go back. Just fuck it up. Just keep going. Make time. You know? Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, and I think most of that has to do with the sort in the morning that they do, because they bundle stuff together in the morning.
Yeah.
Before they load their trucks.
Well, there's layers that are done. Some are done by machines, some are done by people.
The way the government works, this area is growing exponentially. My post office will fit in his office. Whenever and when October starts and Amazon starts picking up, they have to sort that shit in the parking lot.
Yeah, right.
Because it doesn't fit in the building.
Yeah, they'll put a tin.
If you go to the post office before 10 o'clock, there's no parking places because all their trucks and all their personal vehicles, except for the handicap. No lie.
That's wide open.
Yeah, it is a tiny little post office. I can see that. Wouldn't take much to break that place.
You know how many times I park in the handicap? All of them.
Always. I seen it.
It's the. Why should you expect anything any different? Oh my God, he's about to fire up for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've been smoking all night. Where you been?
Oh, have you? I said
this is like number 3 or 4. I don't know.
Smoking them willow branches again?
Yeah, tweeds and whatnot.
All right, so everybody has homework for next week. We are learning next week about the connection between Walmart and the military.
What homework?
What?
The hell?
I got my note card ready. What do you want?
Walmart and the military. Why does the military?
Walmart. So come on.
Why does the military take over closed Walmarts? And how much of the stuff that's moved around with Walmart is military merchandise?
Wiring minds would like to know.
You laugh and go down that rabbit hole, and you'll see.
Okay.
Walmart trucks, meaning Walmart trucks hauling military gear. Right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I would say no. Not happening.
I know one trucker who pulled Walmart trucks with armored escort.
If he's pulling a Walmart truck, he's in a tow truck.
Okay, pulled Walmart trailer.
Trailers.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Tomato. Come on.
Eric, I don't watch
No,
that.
that was a big difference right there. So
I get it.
no, this is okay. That's some rabbit hole I've never even heard of. I'm gonna need a bigger map.
Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger map. You're in the wrong state.
I'm gonna have to get like the 10 by 20 whiteboard.
There's a connection to their inventory system and the military's inventory.
You don't even want to know how shitty their inventory system is. It's worse than yours.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
They're laughing at you. I'm not laughing
no,
at you. I'm laughing at them, how bad it is.
No, it is bad.
So,
Why we got to talk about
2000, all right, so what year was that? 2010. I quit working there. They were still using dot matrix printers in 2010.
Yeah, they wouldn't get rid of this shit forever, right?
No, because when they upgrade one piece of equipment,
Oh yeah,
they had to buy 3,500 of them.
and then they got to implement the change over time and the team to do it.
4,500 or I mean, who knows? 6,500 stores. It's probably bizarre now.
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty disorganized.
Oh, that's what I'm telling you. If the military,
there are currently 10,600 Walmart retail stores.
holy shit! So they've tripled in 10 years.
4,700 locations in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's less than half.
They're in 19 countries.
So yeah, that's a huge international expansion. 47 US?
4,700, yep.
So it was 3,500 10 years ago. Yeah, so only 1,200. No, in 14 years. So yeah, that's majority international expansion. Anyway,
Wow.
100 stores a year.
if the military was doing anything with Walmart, it was probably because they bought one of their trailers because it probably went to a scrapyard that somebody stole and they didn't even realize it was missing. They bought it and they were doing something with it.
That's why they had armored escort. Sure.
That makes sense. I could see
If
that.
it was military operation, I would assume they would have military or armored
Yeah.
escort. Just
Something
because they had
fancy.
Walmart on the side of the trailer, to me, means nothing.
I mean, you know,
Okay, so look.
He routinely pulled high value trailers that for different companies all over the place. And
The
sometimes
drivers have no idea what's in each trailer.
correct. He never knew what was in it. He just knew
Yeah,
whether
they have no clue.
he just knew that sometimes he was informed that he had armored escort, and other times he suspected he had armored escort and that they wouldn't tell him.
Okay.
There is a connection, Chris. You're going to be amazed. Just start looking.
what?
I'm open to looking. I'll look at anything.
I stand with Elon tonight. He's having a little fight across the internet with his son, who claims that he's a she.
The daughter?
I don't care if you chop it off, tuck it, take hormones, do whatever.
David.
You will never, and I repeat, never, 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 never be a girl. Okay, so here's how serious I take this. Y'all ready for? I need to make this video tonight.
Uh-oh.
I hope y'all saw my earlier short. I made a short today for the first time, and Dave is keeping up with my.
That's me by tape on it.
Well, that looks like the Olympic colors.
Okay, so here we go. I hope y'all can hear this.
Oh.
Where's the sound? Damn it!
All right, so we're just leaving the MRI place, and look, it's a compact cars only. This Toyota is a super Toyota. I have a trans van. It is identified as a compact car today. All right, so we're just leaving the MRI place. Look.
Oh my God.
So I was driving a trans van because it didn't. I pulled in, so we're pulling in, and I've got my wife who I've got to get a wheelchair out. There's no parking as far as you can see.
Well, that's
like,
when you get the handicap spot.
There's 3 open spots for subcompacts. No vans, no SUVs. I'm like, y'all can kiss my sack. I don't give a fuck.
What about the handicap spots?
It was taken whenever we got there.
Okay.
She has a temporary hang tag, but it was taken when we got there. So
He made a new one.
So I just parked in.
Well, you know, you can always paint it green and park in the green parking spots.
Yeah.
They're lucky I put it in a parking spot, assholes.
Just put it on a curb.
It's insane.
Hmm.
So you just got to be adaptable. What, is somebody going to argue with me? I was like, hell, it identifies as a car today. It felt like it. It tucked its back door, decided it was a trunk. It said, "Fuck it, it's a car today." Hey, y'all get the fuck out of my face with this shit.
Bumper sticker coming.
Yo, lucky I didn't drive the big ass F-150 and park at this goddamn spot. You asshole.
When your car could have bumper sticker said, "I tucked my transmission. Now I'm a Trans Am," or something like that. Now
if I didn't have the wheelchair, I'd have parked her car because we'd have drove it. You bunch of SOBs.
Yeah, I tucked my transmission. Now I'm a compact car.
But that little bitty thing will not hold a wheelchair. So, yeah, but do some reading about, especially what happens with closed Walmarts and the military takes over closed Walmarts.
Right.
There's a big push that some of them they think the military has them closed on purpose.
You know, I've only seen one closed Walmart in my life.
You haven't been looking; they've been closing a lot of them lately.
Well, I'm sure they're in urban areas where they can't sell anything because everything gets stolen. All right, but I got on this.
They're just
bam.
Homework.
Mr. Snady got the bumper sticker for you.
Or is a tranny?
Yeah, I think you could play with that one a little bit. I think. Let me see.
Hey, Eric, you drive a truck. Have you been? He says he's been hearing that for years. I'm telling you, there's a connection between the military and Walmart. I promise you.
I mean, this news to me.
Eric might just be lying because he's on 2 strikes, though. So,
is he a USPS employee? I'm gonna say no.
So
you only got one more. If you're a USPS employee, you'd have 17 more strikes to go.
Well, depends on how long you've been around.
USPS, you'll get a kick out of this one. So, my father's neighbor, which is an 84-year-old man now, 2 years ago, during the COVID craziness, the postal employee in the little postal truck drove through his front yard to his front door. So he's got a driveway to the garage, but his front door has no driveway. It's not like a loop or anything.
What kind of crazy shit in Texas? You don't put driveways to your front door?
Drove to the front door through the yard after it had been raining, obviously ruts and mud and everything else. Hit his post on his front, a column post. Ran into it because it's sliding around because it was so muddy in the front yard. Threw out the mail and left.
Bounce. Yeah. Never happened.
So he came out. Obviously, he could see what happened through. Okay, now I have a package on the front door. All these tracks. It had to be the mailman or mail lady. Called him up. Okay, we'll come out and look at it.
Yeah, right.
A week later, they came out.
No, they have to. Yeah.
after she had still been delivering the mail every day, but didn't pull that little maneuver again, stopped, or the whatever postal inspector said, "Okay, here's the damage. Yeah, did you have a ejected flag? Yeah, probably not." Just drove right over the flag, I guarantee you. So they had damage, from the damage on the brick column. So they had to get a quote to fix it. So they had an insurance claim with the post office, not only for that, but for the yard, repairing the, divots, or not divots, but the ruts in the yard and the grass. It was like $6,000 worth of shit. They cut him a check. Said, "Here you go." So I seen him, after he got the stuff fixed and everything else. It's been a while. I said, "Hey, what happened to that lady?" He said, "Oh yeah, she still comes by every day." Really?
Yeah.
You cannot get fired. You can literally run into somebody's house and not get fired.
The early days, they can. Once they make it, and you get to a certain point, it's hard.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, you really have like 19 or 20 strikes before you get fired from the post office.
My supervisor at my post office is like tenure. I can't touch her. Nothing I could possibly do. I could complain. I could hire a bunch of people to complain. It wouldn't fucking matter.
Dave, where are you trying to touch her at?
Huh?
Where are you trying to touch her?
Oh, you caught that, did you?
I did too. I was about to make a joke.
Yeah. I like that. He's on top of things.
Yeah, no whiteboard yet.
Are you trying to touch her here?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Don't look. Oh.
He probably is.
Scared him again.
It's like, can I
got him good.
Can I drop my first class package in there?
It's the craziness that is the federal government is just, what's the largest thing holding back our lives for the most part, or the weight of the imperial federal government?
It's Walmart closing stores, opening military bases.
Yep, it happens.
That's what we got.
I know you're gonna think that's crazy as hell. Just wait.
Didn't it happen already?
I'm not seeing it.
I know somebody who's got a family member that pulls for Walmart. I'm gonna drives for Walmart. I'm gonna ask about it.
I'll look into it, but I'm just not seeing it.
I think the truck would just be planned, or the trailer, that is. I would say Walmart.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of Google. I gotta work my way off of Google. I'm so tired of the damn propaganda every time I search something.
No, Mr. Sadie, I do not. I'm gonna get a big white.
Yeah, everybody is disappointed that you're not illustrating tonight.
What happened?
I was not planning on doing a live show tonight, other than the auction that I did earlier, and the auction I got tomorrow, and the day after that.
So, are you auctioning at District? Where are you auctioning?
District was tonight. YouTube's tomorrow and Sunday.
So, is it Big Barn tomorrow then?
So we're doing a Christmas in July marathon, actually. Tomorrow runs 12 hours tomorrow, 12 hours Sunday.
Oh, wow.
It's multiple channels, 5 channels, 22 sellers.
Damn.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yes, but so Big Barn will be one of the hosts for a 4-hour block.
So if y'all are on District, make sure y'all find what's your name on District?
Mega Media Mall.
Mega Media Mall. I could go look it up, but I didn't want to.
Well, you're already a seller, so you know. You just haven't sold anything yet.
So how many people do you have under you?
On the Mega Media Mall?
District, yeah, Mega Media Mall.
I think we're up to like 75-ish, 80.
Yeah, Larry, he's got his own district.
Yes. It's a media-based district. So yes, I sell there, but I do sell under Dibdits and soon to be Knickknacks also.
You say tidbits?
Didbits. That's Kevin Commonwealth.
That's
Picker.
Kevin. That's Kevin's.
Tidbits.
Kevin.
Next. Whatnots?
Whatnots.
Big Mac, Patty Wag.
Yeah, those.
Sell us something soon.
Yeah. Those two. But yeah, so tomorrow and Sunday, like I said, we're doing it on not only Big Bar, we're doing it on Jewelry Nurse, we're doing it on Kimmy's channel. It's about to get Real's channel, so yeah, it's a big Christmas thing.
Yeah, I realize it's too hot for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas in July. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about the. Have y'all looked into that? How fucked up the calendar is, and what they and what
We
they
don't
did-
have
The Mayan calendar or the Julian calendar? Which calendar? are you talking
There's a lot of conspiracies that, and a lot of thought that they mess with the calendar to screw with Christians, and it was a bunch of people with alternate beliefs, and a lot of them happen to worship the devil or whatever. Yeah, well, so what's the first day of the year?
January
about?
1.
First?
What's
The first?
What's the real first day of the year?
1-1.
Depends on what calendar you're working with.
1.1.
Before they fuck with it, what was the first day of the year?
Tell us.
0.
0? Oh. Could be.
Anybody in the chat now?
0.1.
I mean, I've heard different things, but I don't know what you're.
Oh, you're talking about the actual first day of the year. Hold on. Shit,
I give you a hint.
It's like the 16th of June or something like that.
It's one day off my birthday. I'll give you the hint.
Where am I? I'm not a savant.
May
Like
1st.
the 16th of July or something like that. Does anyone know his birthday? Let's start there, and then we can work forwards or backwards. How about that?
February 14th.
Okay, so it's either February 15th or February 13th.
I'm just naming holidays. Sorry.
Now, Jovial says April 15th.
Wait. Not in April 15th.
I'm sorry, I don't keep up with birthdays.
Actually.
It's one of my things. I just don't do it.
Rhonda's the closest so far, but she's wrong.
Is she in the first?
April 1st.
Okay, April 1.
April 1st. It started
It'll be April 2nd.
So
or
the
March.
beginning of the year is April 1st.
Yeah. Fool's Day.
Starts in the spring. It starts with you start with the beginning of. As also they start the day the year started. Supposedly was the day that Christ rose, and so but now they move it around. It's the original. A lot of people will think that that's the original. They call it April Fool's Day to mess with Christians. It was the original meaning behind April Fool's Day. Just think about the months. January does not mean October. Just think about December. There were 13 months. They were all 28 days.
It would have made more sense than what we have now.
Yeah, start reading about that one and what they did.
Don't blame that one on Walmart.
And then start looking into a lot of people think that they mess with time too because there's a huge chunk of the middle and dark ages just nothing happened.
Did they really happen?
Well, a lot of dark stuff happened.
Yeah.
Dark times. A lot of death.
So they were just a bunch of stupid people that reproduced and never advanced anything.
It's coming again. Trust me.
Idiocracy. Here we go.
Idiocracy all over again. Yeah, absolutely.
What? It's got electrolytes, baby. Just use Brondo. Put Brondo on everything. Scrape your knee. Just use Brondo.
It makes it grow.
It'll fix anything. I mean, you want to use toilet water?
On the crops.
On the
Will
crop.
never work.
Yeah, it's next thing you know, you'll believe that Christopher Columbus was the first one to come here.
Oh no.
Right.
Well, you know what? I've always said winners of wars always get to write history books.
Yeah.
So that's what the kids get taught. So
The
there you go.
conqueror always writes the history.
There's a lot of people. There's a big movement that you hear about that people don't want to lose history because everything's being rewritten right now. That it's going to make books that are before 1960 be extremely valuable because they tell the truth and they think that they're going to try to get rid of these books because you've got to erase it from everything. So the old way before computers, before you scrub the internet, you know, the czar, the border czar, what they're trying to get rid of right now is you burn and destroy books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're really not documenting most of our current history, if you will, like within the last
All
10
digital.
years, 20 years.
It's all digital now.
Right.
And it's
What we're doing right now is all digital. No, there's no one recording this.
It's much easier to be manipulated.
Right.
Absolutely.
You can be gaslighted, all those things.
Maybe
Yeah, but that's like I said earlier before I came in. You would come say hi?
What am I doing?
Maybe they're doing stone carvings in all the underground structures.
We're talking about conspiracies.
Yeah.
He said you had a lot of work to do. You're running auctions all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Putting together a whole marathon auction, insane amount of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craziness. But yes, we are selling tomorrow.
And Christmas. Oof.
It's it really makes you wonder, you know, what do we actually have any kind of our beliefs based on that is anything the truth?
Depends on what you've learned. So no, but that's what I'm saying. Before I came on, when I was still in the chat, before I showed up, it doesn't matter what you've read or erased or seen. It matters what's up here.
Yeah.
As long as you got that, nobody can take that one away.
Don't worry. On TikTok last night, a guy said that he was going to prove he's a time traveler on August 19th. They're going to be lights out of the pyramids, and it's going to beam something. So y'all get ready.
Cool.
What pyramids?
Right on.
The Egyptian pyramids.
They don't have light.
I'm just telling you.
They do.
You talking about Luxor in Vegas? That's got a light on top of it.
Not Luxor and Vegas.
Wow.
The ones in
You
Egypt.
got to get over there. I want to see that.
August 19th. So you can go ahead and get.
I've seen them once. I'd like to see them again.
You got to get tickets.
You know there are more pyramids on this side of the world than that side of the world. Why don't you just go look at some of ours?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go. We gotta go to a what's it called?
Celebration
Celebration
of life on
A different
for a
YouTube
friend,
channel.
yeah, for a friend of ours. So
All righty. Take it easy.
Maybe I'll be back. Maybe not. Y'all probably done. Y'all look sleepy.
Yeah, you didn't have any maps. What the hell? You were supposed
I
to.
know. I got no props. Nothing.
no Pictionary tonight.
Nothing.
Yeah, no maps.
So disappointing.
All right. Later, everybody.
Later, man.
But he is truly right, and it's it'd be very interesting if you actually could get a correct view of history. It'd be absolutely amazing. I think we'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of that boils back down to the at least theoretical concept is your perception of reality is your reality. And for the most part, the way you live your life and the things that affect your life are exactly that. Your perception of reality is your reality. So That's why everything is different for everybody.
He just went way too deep for us.
You took it that direction, huh? Trying to dive in there.
I need to snap him out of it. I'm showing the boobs again.
I think that's what got him going.
I'm hungry. I'm starving. No, I'm just kidding.
Hungry.
And you're not going to cook, so all your restaurants are closed. What the hell?
I was going to say, it's pretty late there.
No, I got 2 left. There's 2 open.
What? No way.
I can't believe you didn't make David just bring something. What the hell?
Should have made him cook something. No, lay off the willow sticks. Thanks, Larry.
How many of those you smoke a day?
That's how many I need.
It wouldn't matter anyway.
Wouldn't matter.
All right. I have to plan yard sales for tomorrow.
Ooh.
Let's see if it's going to rain. It's probably going to rain. I'm tired of rain now.
Hey.
Hasn't been doing that here.
50% chance tomorrow. Damn it.
We've actually had our first 5 days of rain for like.
I mean, we have to go to Wednesday. Wednesday will be the first time. Wednesday would be the first day in 11 days that they don't call for a chance of rain.
Yeah, we have no rain tomorrow, but
we have that
we
yellow
rain on Sunday.
Ours just has a lot of that yellow thing all the way through.
Thunderstorm.
Yeah, of lightning, of sunshine.
Oh yeah, the storms of sunlight.
Lightning rays. Yeah, like just bolts of sunlight coming down every day.
So
90 degrees.
Are you looking at the same sky I'm looking at? The sun is not yellow.
Said yellow, orange, whatever you want to call it.
The sun is not yellow anymore. It's like white.
It's blue, right? Isn't it blue?
The sun is white. Y'all go out and look at it. The sun is not yellow anymore. It's white.
It's white.
Yeah, it's starting to burn out.
Because you're looking at the simulator.
Was that the one they replaced during the eclipse? Hey, Larry, sure. Send me a ticket. I'll fly down.
Yes, it is.
Whatever they're doing, they're regulating it just right here.
It is. During the eclipse, they rolled out the Hubble telescope, which is the sun simulator now. Y'all thought they put that thing up there to see distant galaxies?
How's the guy coming?
I did see a funny TikTok today, and it was somebody taking a not a microscope. What's something? Those little
telescope?
No, the little things, the little magnifying glass. And it wouldn't burn a piece of paper. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
but, I've seen one. I've seen that same one or something similar.
But it would burn colored paper, but not white paper. Or it would burn if you marked on it or color or use crayons on it or something.
I saw that one.
But
That's
it
the one
wouldn't do it on the white paper. So I haven't tried that yet. So that could have just been somebody messing with us, but
more than likely.
Somebody try that and see.
I don't have a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I'm gonna try to find one tomorrow at the yard sales. Let's see how many yard sales we have. Anybody think we've got more than 6?
I think there's going to be 9. I think you're going to be surprised. 9.
It'll be interesting to see if somebody can disprove that one.
How many? Damn. Boy's good. He knows his area and whatnot.
There's one right here by the house. So I'll definitely go to it.
Any thoughts on these guys stuck in space? I don't know.
Who's stuck in space?
I'm not aware of that.
Nobody's in space. You can't get through the firmament.
Oh, you can't get through?
They got out. They can't get back.
Because it's flat, right?
Let me show you how this works. Let me show you how this works.
When the Earth's flat, you go up to the thing.
Earth is like this.
Right. Does it tilt?
Firmament like that.
It can't be a curve, though. It's flat.
It does not exist. So that means
I like this diagrams better. They work better.
So that means he's got to be floating around in there somewhere.
You can't get through, huh?
Or they be bopping off at the top of the or the bottom
And
of
if
the
they
front.
come over here somewhere, they just run into the ice wall.
Right. right. Yeah. They don't want to go through that layer.
Too cold out there.
I'll have it breaks loose.
So Gutted says that if we want to have fun,
Yeah.
get an old rear projection TV. Use a screen, you can make a death
See?
ray.
Yeah, I seen that guy. There's a guy
You
out
don't rock.
that does
You don't rock
the.
with it.
He's melted everything with that bitch.
Yeah. You can very literally melt.
So that's where I was watching one of these crazy shows, and that's how they said that they build a lot of this underground stuff is they have the technology that melts the rock instead of having to dig it out.
Meanwhile, it's just a fucking TV screen, man. Creates a death ray that burns through anything.
All right.
So here's another one.
Magnifying glass.
Have you guys looked into the? I was listening to this. The FBI and CIA as a reason why your computers are blue screens.
Not red, backlit. It's about the backlight.
Is the backlight and the blue light of the screen has a hypnotic effect of some sort.
Patented. The red is patented by the U.S. government and won't be released ever.
Is that why they made dark mode? Get around it, huh?
See, how are we supposed to find this stuff out before the internet?
Dark mode. Well, you went to this thing called the library. You dug around for a lot of books. Maybe even some catalogs or cards.
And you're talking about the encyclopedia set.
And you hoped you got it right.
I literally just threw away a 50-book set of encyclopedias that were like in near mint condition because I couldn't do anything with them.
Yeah, you couldn't be a burnout back in those days and figure shit out, man. That was way
Chris,
too
how
much.
have you left?
I tried to donate them to the library, to the thrift stores, the Goodwills. Nobody would take them.
Chris leaves the chat, but he leaves
here.
The chat.
Pimping postcards.
But it's just amazing that there's so many people have so many theories, and you wonder how many of these theories are right, wrong.
And the way they keep us from not proving which ones are right and wrong is by squelching free speech, because things float to the top that the truth generally floats to the top.
So there's this one guy on TikTok called the Fittest Flat Earther. I don't know if I've sent you any to him, Jack. So he thinks he's taking faces and kind of going the screen over one and seeing how facially similar some people are, and so he's trying. What's the last one I saw that was it Nick Nolte and Tom Brady were the same. Trying to say that these.
Whoa.
That's freaking Johnny flying around.
It's freaking Johnny again.
Damn.
What about that link?
So Fittest Flat Earther, let's see where it is. Yeah, here you go.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because your cognitive
dissonance
is switched on real hard. We all know Tom Brady, but not all of you know this guy. This is Gary Busey.
Oh, Gary Busey, not Nick
Busey, who
Nolte.
just happens to look like almost a completely different person throughout the years. Gary Busey, who just happens to have an exactly symmetrical face to Tom Brady, at least in the more recent photos of Gary Busey he does. So symmetrical that their mouth, nose, and eye alignment literally line up perfectly. And I've compared dozens, if not hundreds,
He
of
thinks they're the
people's
same too.
faces side by side, and they don't match unless they're the same person. For example, I've been told over the years that I have a slight resemblance to Sylvester Stallone. So I tried to pair us up. And when the chins matched, nothing else did. And that's what happens if the people are not the same. And when you see this, you see. And when you look at something like Johnny Knoxville playing Bad Grandpa, you see it matches perfectly because they're the same person. And do you see that they have costumes that make people look unrecognizable? So unrecognizable that unless you have an...
Okay, so there's that one, but where's he's got one on Trump. He thinks
have an open mind to the fact that just maybe you shouldn't keep watching this video. I'm sick of tiptoeing around these things. I'm just going to provide you some evidence. That's my opinion. So if this gets content moderated, then you're saying that the people watching aren't bright enough to make up their
I don't
own
think the
opinion.
chins are quite a little
Because
off.
like I said, all I'm trying to do...
Well, that's it. He was one of the guys that was talking about how in this picture, Trump's teeth don't look correct.
Yeah.
The shadowing.
So this is the image when he has his fist up in the air, not the one with the flag in the background, but the other one. And the teeth don't look like Trump's teeth. Because Trump's teeth look like that. And like that.
Ooh.
And like that. And if he's mad, they look like that.
Yeah, but never like that. Yeah.
Right, but
It
never.
it could be shadowing. It could be.
Kind of look like shadowing.
Sure. I mean, there's
First
lots of small, there's small things that, who knows. Just an interesting perspective. What if?
All right. So next week, Walmart and the Army. Yeah, so Larry, we proved that. I mean,
Yeah.
I can show you the picture in the driveway again.
Manipulate anything now.
Yeah, we can show you the picture of. Oops. La 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 la. We share that picture.
Yeah.
It's still here. Where are the dogs? They've never been to the beach. Put them on the beach. Where'd they go? Oh, they're fine. Damn, this having two phones is terrible.
Can't remember what's on which one.
Yeah, which one does what?
Yeah. You would think they'd been to the beach.
Oh, look at them.
And they were just laying on your couch.
No, they're laying on me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scott's leg is the sand.
They were.
He converted it.
They were laying. Those knuckleheads were laying on me.
Right.
That's funny. Wow, you could do all kinds of stuff. I took the dogs to the beach today.
I know. Y'all could think I was on vacation somewhere, and
Right?
I'm such a homebody. We don't ever leave. Where's the original picture? It's why is the original picture on the other phone? But
We're not sharing with each other.
I don't know. That's something because they're always laying on me.
That makes it easy to work with like
I
that.
don't know why Phoebe is not in.
Each scene.
And heaven forbid you start using all these apps that have filters on it. Yeah, another one. What are they doing? Laying on top of me.
Yeah, you're like a heating blanket.
It's, what are we doing? Lay it on me. Ah. All right. Walmart and the government next week.
Damn homework.
Yeah, homework. I'll see if I can find some. I'll have some more stuff. Peace out.
Peace out.